Yeah, so again, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have 4 games, 4 very, very fantastic games here today for the Philippines Championship, day number 3. So, okay, at first we are going to have Triple V Esports, one of the favorites in here, one of the invited teams going up against NRX Unknown, and then the battle of the PDR brothers. Reborn against Esports. Who is going to get the first L in this competition? We shall see. And then NU Anarchy going up against AIM Elo. And last but not least, we also got XDG Dynasty going up against RTL Legacy.
Would you count match 4 as the battle of the underdogs, Sekaiichi? RTL Legacy has been, well, definitely slaying so far on their good accord. XDG Dynasty, on the other hand, I know they have got so much more in them that they are hiding away thus far, man. Today might be the day they flare out, don't you think?
Yeah, and, today might be the best day especially for the teams that have not getting the points on the board as yet, as of now, to finally get some points because they know exactly what it is, the tournament setup, how it plays, the intensity and all of it. And this might be the best chance for teams like XDG or even AIM Elo to get the points in. NRX Unknown as well, but you don't discount all these teams which have actually scoring high points enough because they're just that good and they all deserve to be where they are right now.
Well, let's take a quick look at the bans and picks, Sekaiichi. NRX Unknown going up against Triple V Esports, and it is the NRX squad that wins the toss. So as we go into match number 1, it's going to be a hard point, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's take a quick look and see what they banned first off, right? We can see that NRX has come in here and they have called a ban for... Oh, we gotta do drum roll for bans too now, Sekaiichi.
Hey!
Firing range and crossfire have been blocked off, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So let's see exactly where do we bring our chaos in. Crash! A very, very interesting selection in here, Sekaiichi, because this is going to be hard point, right? 5 rotations in full for these points. And it's quite the map to take this battle on, Sekaiichi.
Yeah, and surely this time it is going to be an unexpected one because they have never played in Crash before in this Philippines Championship. This is going to be the first time that both these teams are playing here. But to pick Crash on Hardpoint is just exactly means that they are not messing around. Both these teams actually are not messing around. So after that, we got Search and Destroy. I believe this is going to be Triple V's pick for this one. So where exactly are we going to go? But before that, the bans will be coming first from both of these teams. So firing range as well as Crash this time. So both these teams actually, they don't want to play firing range. I don't know why, but which one will be Triple V's pick though? Because NRX has picked off Crash, and then they are going at Standoff, in which they have actually won twice here with a 100% record in the championship so far.
Yeah, Standoff is quite the map, man, because it is going to definitely favor the attacking side more, Sekaiichi. You know exactly how fast you can go in here for the plants, but the snipers will definitely call the shots in here. So let's see which side has got the better snipes, right? But as we go into domination to finish this off, because don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they have to play all 3 matches. It's not a best out of 3. Summit and firing range, they get knocked off of the list. And for the last showdown between NRX Unknown and Triple V Esports, we will be going into come on, the crossfire. Sekaiichi, once again, man, the snipers are gonna be having quite a good time, but this is domination, right? It's a faster paced game. It's all about who goes in there and controls those points, right? It's not gonna be easy, man. They have picked quite the selection and lineup in here. It's gonna be crazy for the opening day.
Yeah, and what a map pick by all the by both these teams actually to
Yeah.
pick the maps that has been synonymous to other modes, but is brought up to another modes as well. But one
Yeah.
thing that is in my mind is that NRS just doesn't want to play at firing range. That's why they banned
Yeah.
out, because they've played here and they've lost all 3 games in firing range, and that's why I'm seeing all the firing range bans. But then again, the maps that are being chosen, especially first game at Crash, is going to be
Yeah.
very, very interesting, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
the rotations are even more than the other maps, and then
Yeah.
one hardpoint is so far from the other as well, and this is going to be an interesting way to open day number 3 up.
Enemy contact.
Exactly right, because it's like, oh, the opening shot coming in here from Icarus. He goes in there with that shot, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. It's all gonna be about who comes in here and controls the high-rise Sakaichi, because the aisle is gonna be hardpoint number 1, and it's gonna be so difficult to control because it's just out there in the open. Triple V are the brave ones to step in there first, but look at NRX come back in here with the kills.
Yeah, they come with the kills, but okay. Finally, they took out the objective player, which is very, very huge. And Bench wants to come in as well, but John is going to retrieve the hardpoint back. And as he just gets taken down after all the rushes are coming in. That was good from NRX though. They take the high rise first, and then they go all out to the hardpoint, but just get snuffed out there by Triple V.
Yeah, so Triple V playing the exact same game as well. They're trying to control the high rise right now. It's such a weird first hard point, right, Sakaichi? You need to control 2 different locations just to secure that hard point. The high rise is an almost guarantee for you, and just like that, we have got this on lockdown, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. On the rotation right now, the high rise itself will become the next hard point, and Triple V is already there. So it's such a beautiful map that flows, Sakaichi. It's such a technical map to come in here for Crash, and for NRX to pip this map today. They know that they're coming in here, and this is victory gameplay, right? I wonder how many times they ran through that. But Triple V is in the lead, though.
Yeah, and NRS tried to actually make the takeover back after a very, very good play by HSS, but it just gets taken down right there. But Tamayo, I believe he's one of the guys who just solidified the spot for them yet again. And although NRS wants to make the takeover, but Triple V they just controlled it down there, and then on the upper floors as well, which just makes it so hard for NRS to make the takedown back. And as you can see now, there was a very, very quick rotation by Triple V. When there were like 5 seconds left, they just don't care. They made the turn. They made a turn to the hardpoint number 3 straight away.
Yeah, man. I mean, just look at the one objective player from Triple V in there, picking up all of the points as just waiting for NRX to come in. Icarus finally making his show in here. But has Triple V kind of... What I can see here, Sakaichi, is even if NRX kind of knows the map well, Triple V seems to be winning these battles when they come back in here for the sweep, man. And as we are sitting in the hard point right now, we are at shop, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's see if or not Triple V manages to squeeze NRX there again. And there you go.
Yeah, but a tremendous job just now by Icarus. He just guarded it all alone. But where are the other teammates actually to back him up? That makes it so easy for Triple V to actually make the takeover back. And but well played by NRS to actually get in their back. But look at Triple V. Where have they rotated? They have been going to the 4th hardpoint already. They knew the time. They knew that it would be a rotation. And Nickflip yet again, he makes that rotation, goes in all by himself, and becomes the only objective player to be there. So Triple V has the advantage just because of that.
NRX, this was NRX's map pick, right? But what do you do when your opponents know your house better than you, Sakaichi? What can you do, man?
Because Triple V just wants to show no mercy whatsoever in here. They don't care. Because they knew that they are going to make that takeover back if NRS wants to take the point back. but Triple V wants to have the initiative first, and that's why they made the rotation so early. They back the ability in those gunfight situations, but they just don't want to give any place to NRS Unknown in this first game.
Okay, and from here itself, right, we can see that NRX probably have already lost this battle because they made that rotation over to the sniper house, Saikaichi, and I feel like that's just way too early, right? They released way too many points from house, and Triple V just needs to flush them out yet again from the next hard point, and in just a few seconds, there you go, Saikaichi, the flush out has already happened, and Triple V is just gonna win this game even without trying today.
Yeah, I get it. Yes, they want to outsmart Triple V, and I want to outsmart. Oh, look at the Mario with the Hector's one all by himself. That is going to get the win for Triple V Esports just like that. But yeah, as you said, they tried to outsmart Triple V, but that didn't happen because they just get ousted even before that.
Yeah, because Crash is a super duper technical map, right? That's why the bans and picks are so important, Saikaichi, because when you bring yourself into a, hard point match in Crash itself, the map awareness is so important. Watching the scoreboard, so important. It's also synonymous. The way the map flows, the way the hard point itself flows, it helps you kind of, go into the next point, kind of guard your previous point as well. Your sniper does the first rotation. I mean, these are all basics, right? So NRX just invited Triple V in here for the party, but they just didn't even have the rule book to their own game, man. Triple V went in there and they just swept NRX off. They didn't even try, man. NRX Unknown, very, very not impressive opener.
Yeah, and I believe that is only going to be the start of something huge for Triple V, especially because they got the momentum. They get the game plan so well. They outsmarted their opposition in this very, very technical map, as you said, and they got the strats right, they got the rotations right, and they've got the gun skills to back it up as well.
Yeah.
And should I say that is a dominating victory? Although you got like 52 points in there for NRX Unknown, but I don't think that in any situation does NRX actually try to even have a better one at Triple V.
I really feel like confidence is a main factor in here, Saikaichi, because if you look at the players from NRX Unknown individually, they are highly skilled players in the game itself, right? If you are a ranked player, you meet any one of them on the battlefield, you can know that the match is already lost before it even begins. That's how good they are. But the confidence is really taking a huge hit here because the game plan is just not being executed well. The planning of the movement between the team, I don't know whether it could be a breakdown in communication between them, where the rotations are coming in a little late, where those players are, going in without really waiting for support from their teammates, because when I don't know, man. Something's missing in this whole mix of NRX Unknown. They haven't found it yet. I haven't found it as well. I'm sure you haven't, man. We'll probably discover it by the end of this competition.
But the thing is, though, AJ, in the first hardpoint, we thought that NRX might be having a slight advantage because they actually have got the high rise first. No disrespect though, but they got the high rise first over Triple V, but just got ousted starting hardpoint number 2. But now let's see if NRX can actually get it back into the game. But Triple V has the first 5 attacking rounds at standoff.
Well, let's take a quick look and see how they come in here to play this game. And it looks like Triple V goes in here for the quick plant, Saikaichi. This is one of the most basic strategies for standoff, right? You go in there for the fast plant, force your, your opponents to come in here for a push because 30 seconds on the clock right now. And now it kind of needs to come in there for the response, man. A 3-on-3 situation. Take it away, buddy.
Yeah, and especially in this kind of map, and Alpha as well, so out in the open is so hard that you have to make the rush. Oh, but it's 2v1 though, Raging with a 2-piece over there. He needs to take 2 more, but it's just 10 seconds left. Raging, he has to make it, he's got no choice, got no time. But, well, that round is won by Triple V straight up just like that. 1-0, nothing can Raging do about it.
Yeah, and you can see through their movement itself, Sakaiji. They are on edge right now, man. The confidence has been shaken, and NRX just needs to find their footing again because they are very, very talented players. We know they can make it in here, but you know, once you really go on this streak of not being able to reach your goal, Sakaiji, you know. Icarus coming back in here. That's a confidence booster. How about we start there? NRX comes in here. Icarus flying high, and he continues flying high. Don't get too close to the sun right now, boy. It is a 5-on-2 situation. Wi-Fi coming in there with the backstab as well. HXS misses that, gets the next shot. Bench takes down Nick Flip, and it's gonna be a 4-on-1. Make that a 1-on-2.
Defusal happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, very, very well played and saved by the fact that Triple V only had one player left, Sakaiji. But you know, man, HXS would have ripped through NRX if you had just given him a few more seconds there.
Yeah, and well played by NRS though. The body shields to actually sacrificing themselves for the bomb diffuser. That was very, very nice to see from NRX. The teamwork they really needed. And now it's just 5v1. Surely this is it. NRS can take the second point now, but it is up against HXS with a 2-piece of his own. But no, Icarus takes him down, and the diffusal happened. 2-1 to NRX.
This is what I am talking about, right? Go in there with the confidence and you will be able to see NRX win those battles. The gunfights coming in from these players, they are as spicy as can be, Sakaiji. I mean, to stand up to a squad like Triple V with those kind of shots, it takes a lot of skill, right? NRX has it, man. With just the confidence gets shaken sometimes. Triple V coming in here, a quick plant all over again. Icarus trying to build his confidence with yet another wall bang. He doesn't see one, and the plant has already taken place at Alpha. How will they respond, Sakaiji? Missed that.
That's so close. Yeah, that was so close. I think he saw it already, and he's smelling blood. But look at the time now. It's 5v5. Well played from Triple V though, making a little bit of rotation into the space, into the safer space, and Charlie from behind gets 2. Although he gets taken down, Interception!
Triple V says, not on my watch, little guy. Not on my watch. Oh, that's very cute. Very, very cute indeed. But it's not gonna happen when you've got so many Triple V players running around. I told you, that's why in the previous round, right? They were lucky that HXS was a solo player from Triple V left, man. And they could pull that refusal off. Triple V just shutting down that cheeky attempt. Icarus still flying high with the wall bangs today.
Yeah, and he's very, very confident, high on confidence as well. He takes the MVP just now, which is HXS. But remember as well, AJ, when the diffuser point nearly happened, Triple V was on par on numbers, and now it's 3v3. The bomb is still down, 2v2 now. It's just Icarus and Wi-Fi up against Charlie, all alone though. Charlie, he gets 1, he gets 2, no! No, just in time, Wi-Fi has won it for NRX in the 5th round.
Very, very well played. It's the confidence factor coming back into play, Sakaiji. Gunfights, they can take it up against Triple V. They can take it up against anyone in the competition. But confidence-wise, they can only find it within themselves. And they are finding it through Icarus's mighty wall bangs today. But HXS looking to put a huge full stop in his gameplay. It's gonna be an alpha plant coming in here from NRX, playing the gameplay of Triple V against themselves, forcing them to come in here and make some mistakes. Will it happen? And yes, it happens. Nick Flip will be the first blood to mark that off.
Yeah, but look at Triple V. How are they making that long rotation from the house itself, but just gets taken down one by one. But 2 from HSS. Where's John? John gets traded. 1v1 now. HSS. It's still HSS up against Raging. Oh, this is gonna be big. Look at the time now. HX says he needs to take one down. Tries to go for the wall back. Raging! Active! 4-2-1. Alright.
Sakaichi. NRX Unknown. They were a little unknown in the competition thus far. And finally, the names are starting to shine a little by little, right? But can they keep it up, man? That is the biggest question. Because, consistency with NRX Unknown thus far, I don't know if it has been a positive one.
Yeah, and this could be the best time for NRX Unknown to finally put 1 point on the board. Just 2 that they need to win, but they have lost 2 members of their team, and the bomb is dropped as well at Alpha. So this proves to be a huge advantage for Triple V Esports over here.
I think that was just MacPro who had a very, very bot-like moment and he just ran into that KRM through the smoke. Why would you even do that? 4-2 so far. NRX Unknown with the lead here. YPi, he needs to be on the hole. On the attacking side, NRX has not placed the bomb on the ground yet. Technically, why? Because the bomb is already on the ground. Thanks to a very bot-like moment. HXS goes in, takes one out, bench, comes back in there with the retaliation, leaving a 4 versus 2, but the bomb with Triple V. Sakaichi, sticky situation, man.
Oh, so tough. Raging, he needs to get a wallbang from somewhere. He's the only sniper in this team now, and Bench will really need to wait for Raging to actually make one play before they can do anything. But looking at the positioning, Bench, over net flip, that is going to be a huge one. Finally, he now can retrieve the bomb. Oh, that was a very sticky situation. Dangerous, he gets 2. Oh, just gets taken down though. Raging with a 1v2 situation. Charlie tries to take it back and gets Raging out of the game.
Very well played in here by Triple V, but NRX as well. You can really see them raging right now, Sakaichi. But they need to hold it, man, because it's all about the confidence gameplay coming in here from NRX, and that is gonna be their biggest assistance or their biggest enemy today. NRX raging in here, trying to scope one out. Charlie in here with a shot. Patience pays. Trophy system destroyed as well. Charlie in here with the defense. Comes back in here and gets another takedown as well. KRM in your face sort of a gameplay. NRX raging with the patience paying off as well. Is he going to be able to come in here? Now if the sniper goes in for the push, the KRM can get a quick shot off. But if raging is as patient as he was earlier, Charlie will get taken down. And raging goes in for the push and with the takedown as well, Sakaichi.
Oh, 2v3. The bomb is still on the ground though, but this is going to be a huge one. But HS says it. No. 2v2 right now. And HS, the bomb is retrieved and it will be planted at Alpha. So a 2v2 takeover for Triple V to proceed. But Raging and Icarus, 2 very massive players for NRX Unknown. How will HSS and Nick Flip survive this one?
Very difficult. Unless NRX makes a mistake in here. HXS, man, he doesn't make mistakes. One missed shot. Then Nick Flip in there with a backstab. Triple V showing the dominance, but Icarus finishes it, and NRX takes 1 more point into the back, Sakaichi.
Oh, this could be a huge moment for the NRX fans over here. The Unknowns can finally take 1 point off one of the favorites of this competition, Triple V Esports. But how will they do this? One more attacking round that they really need to be succeed at, and they will have it. That will be a huge confidence booster heading into domination.
Bro takes 1 down, and that's gonna be a confidence booster for NRX to finish this off. HXS trying to get lucky. But that's gonna be a very costly miss. Raging takes down Jean. Jean managed to take 1 man down before getting his butt whooped out of that. And it's a 3-on-3 situation all of a sudden. Tamayo going in for MacPro. Nick Flip taken down by YPi. YPi, crazy shots right there. And then leaving HXS all alone. It looks like NRX might finish this off, Sakaichi.
Oh, it's just 1, but it's HSS though. They really need to make the rush. Don't go 1 by 1 though. That was going to be huge, but finally, NRX finally gets 1 point on the board. Stupendous stuff shown by the unknowns.
Right now, NRX is just making me look good, man. I just said, I hadn't even closed my mouth saying that, I mean, when it comes to gun skills, when it comes to shooting, you face to face, they can get it. It was just the confidence, it was just the map awareness, it was just the technical, disability to take on Triple V at Crash on a map that they picked out for themselves, right? So a very big boo-boo there. They could have won it maybe with a better map pick against their opponents, but they come back in here, match number 2, Sakaichi, and they get a win. And what a way to get that win. That was a very, very impressive win, don't you say?
Yeah, and very impressive, should I say, as well, because Triple V loves to play here, and they have actually won at standoff as well before, but now getting whooped out just like that by NRX.
Yeah, man, very commanding gameplay by NRX. Triple V did amazing as well. We saw those, snipes coming in from HXS. HXS was a beast in that game. But no matter how big of a beast you are, right, when you've got more players on the opposing side that are just so hungry for a win in this competition, I mean, Triple V should have been on their toes a little bit more. But I don't blame them, man. It was an amazing game and well played by NRX Unknown. And right now we go in for domination, Sakaichi, at Crossfire.
Yeah, a very, very different gameplay indeed heading into domination. These kinds of maps in which snipers can have a time of their lives, but to actually make the takeover back in this particular map is going to be absolutely huge and tough as well, because all these points, right, it's so very in the closest spaces. So when you want to make a takedown, it's gonna be so hard because you're getting snuffed out left and right as well. So huge for anyone who wins this.
Yeah, I mean, when you come into this map, like you said, right, Sakaichi, it looks like a straightforward map, right? It's like, it's got 2 points. It's just one alleyway that strikes between it, like, an S turned around. But so many buildings littered across that one path that makes it so crazy, right? And the sniper points, I mean, no matter where you place yourself, so many buildings having those 2 floors as well, that makes it so difficult to kind of spot out where the opponents are. But at the same time as well, we see a lot of people whacking those wall bangs in this map as well, don't we?
Yeah, because this is, what should I say, the wall bangers map, but Triple V, they try to straight away go for the Bravo side, as we all see that Triple V, they always go for this. They always go aggressive, leaving one player behind at Charlie, and then go all out at Bravo. Kudos to them, and they are having an early advantage in this game.
I mean, to be fair, right, it kind of is NRX's mass start in here, because Shortcut should be slightly closer to them, but they didn't go in here for that fast push, not like Triple V did, man. But even that being said, look at what did NRX manage to do. They went all the way over to the other side of the map and managed to take over their base, right? And that's a good start, but it's a good, it's a swap around coming in here from both sides at the moment, Sakaichi. They keep swapping around their sides because nobody's just holding in here, right? They keep running around the map. And
especially this kind of distraction is going to be so huge for either of the teams. Looking at Wi-Fi, he's going in there alone and tries to go in alone as well, but just gets snuffed out. That is so huge by NRX though. They are trying to get back into this one, and they got Alpha, but potentially Bravo as well. But looking at the swaps as well, it is so hard to call this one.
Yeah, so they keep going in here, and it's going to be very dangerous for one of the teams, right? When you come in here for a strategy like this, and you don't have, I mean, usually the really strong, dominating gameplays that you see, Sakaichi, you see those squads, for guarantee they know momentum, and you're gonna lose the whole game from then on. You're gonna just play catch up from then.
Yeah, and now we are looking at how is supposed to actually play catch up. They try to get Bravo again and again and again, and just gets
This right now, they're trying to spawn trap NRX in their own area as well to prevent further takeovers from them. And this is the kind of aggressive gameplay we want to be seeing here.
Lost that round.
Yeah, and the spawn trap right at the end of it, right? Because Triple V kind of knew that NRS is a very, very, very stubborn team that when they get taken down, they will just take anything that is closest to them. Or maybe that somebody or two buddies actually will be having a long rotation over to the other side. So Triple V, they don't want that to happen again, and they just ousted them out of position. So Triple V takes the lead in the first half, and going into the second half, will we see all the same gameplay as what we see before?
Well, we see the exact same thing coming in here. Earlier, I told you, right, Sakaichi, it was, you know, I mean, NRX was closer to the Bravo side. And that is because it is closer to the base, right? But when we see a Triple V coming in here, they do the exact same thing. That they come in here for the push, but NRX with their just gun powers right now, just flushing them out of there. This is an all-out battle for Bravo. Nobody's taking care of Alpha and Charlie right now. We need to see one thief in this game. NRX has managed to oust Triple V from this side as well. And NRX raging, waiting.
They are trying to go to.
Yeah, man, they bring out... They just brought out that XS1 Goliath I was about to tell you, Sakaichi, but they snuffed that out before that XS1 Goliath could even say mama. 89, 90 to 101 right now. Triple V is still in here with the lead. Sorry, yeah, man, they're still in here with the lead, and they've got two sites as well. NRX, they are playing catch-up. Not too far, though. They just need to oust them from Bravo, but they seem to be trying to flank Alpha and try to kill them at their spawn instead. I don't know if that's going to be doing them a huge favor, Sakaichi.
Yeah, but looking at Bravo as well, somebody is making a takeover over there, but look at that save with the Predator over there just to save the day for the team of Triple V. But yours came in just like that.
That's beautifully played, right? But once again, it comes back in here to strategies. If you've only got one guy to go in there for the takeover, and you've got two guys trying to go in there for the spawn traps, if those guys get taken down, that one guy's gonna, you know, have such a hard time with that defense on that B spawn, right? And look at this, man, so easy. The way Triple V goes back in there for those retakes, they go in there as a squad. They don't need one guy to go in there for the takeover, Sakaichi.
Oh, bench! That was very, very wasteful on that Beetle. He tried to get there, but then again, just getting out of the map so quickly, and looking at that save from Charlie as well as Samaya to just save Bravo over there. And Ernst will try their best to go for it again. Desperation maneuver by HSS. One of the best play over there. John White is actually over there, just clearing it up, and Triple V is going to take this win.
Who do it right come up on top.
Yeah, but although that, we also seen that NRS is trying to do what Triple V did in the first half, which is to actually defend the two sides, which is their spawn and then the Bravo, and then you see the Thermite Fiesta over there. I see 3 being thrown inside and 1 on the stairs to actually kill Bench, who is trying to oust anyone who tries to get in NRX's way. So I believe that could be the difference maker or the game changer for this one for the side of Triple V.
Yeah, man. Very, very tactical opener in here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So two amazing wins coming in from Triple V. They could not oust NRX Unknown from map number 2, though, because Search and Destroy, hands down, NRX was just blazing, right? And that goes to kind of, solidify that when it comes to gun skills, when it comes to one-on-one situations, when it comes to, just going there and killing the opponents, NRX Unknown can get it done. But when it comes of how complicated that map is, going in for a triple cap gets very, very difficult. It almost gets to a point where it is impossible because there is a one way in, one way out, technically within that map, unless you go in for a long rotation where you're weaving in and out of those buildings. But that makes it very difficult because when you're focusing in for alpha, and that is also the spawn point for your opponents, it makes the takeover so difficult for the squads, Sakaichi. So going in there for the defense or trying to hold them down, and that spawn lock that NRX was trying to engage in, I think it was halfway through that map, probably was one of the biggest mistakes they made. Because if they had focused all of that particular effort to taking over Bravo instead, and just using up those points, right? Using up those pure precious seconds for points, I think they would have gotten even further because the points were quite close, right? But Triple V were the better side.
Yeah. Yeah, should I say in that one, that kind of happened in the first half, in which that serves as an opening for that actually serves as an opening for a triple cap for them, but that didn't happen at Bravo. Just milliseconds away from making that. If only that had happened, we might have had a totally different discussion as to how brilliant NRX did in that triple cap try, but that didn't happen, so that's why we're talking about it being a mistake instead.
Absolutely, man. And this was the opener in here today, right? And this is the technical, victory that Triple V scored over them, which NRX just didn't have any answers to. NRX thought they could just run into their enemies and slay them and just capture those points, but it just wasn't working to their favor. They couldn't figure out why. And this was where they turned it around, right? Icarus flying, just soaring high up in the air. He didn't get too close to the sun today. He did all his best, and his very best proved to be just enough in here, Sakaichi, because it was a total map control, total map domination gameplay coming in here from NRX Unknown that Triple V was actually surprised in this game. I can swear Triple V didn't know what hit them, right? Because they expected to be able to take a 3-0 in here today. Triple V played with that sort of a confidence. But HXS, man, he was the one that was doing a bulk load of the work from Triple V, don't you say?
Yeah, and but just one wasn't enough, especially when Icarus went mad with all the wallbangs. And at the last, though, it was the unexpected Mac Pro that actually having the 2Ps that left HSS all alone yet again. Although he's technically the best player for Triple V in this game, in that standoff game. But one alone doesn't make it enough, especially when you are a sniper, right? And then you have to go through like what, 2, 3, even 2 is bad enough. Imagine 3 coming and rushing at you and you are only the sniper. So that is not going to work. And looking at the domination, as what I said, NRX actually cheekily tried during the early proceedings of the domination to get a triple cap, but that did not happen. And the precious seconds that are being used to actually go to the spawn point of the other side proved to be crucial in that not working to NRX's favor, because we might be talking about different story altogether.
Yeah, man. They could have won the game. Right, NRX could have won that game, and that's what's disappointing about NRX Unknown so far. They are so lucky that they are unknown, because if they were known, they would be getting scolding right now from everyone. All of the NRX fans are like, "What did he just do?" but it's all in the process of learning, right, Sakaichi? We come in here, we learn from these mistakes, and we grow with these mistakes, and we kind of figure it out, right? And that's it, man. Let's go on a quick 3 minutes break, Sakaichi. I think those two squads have given us a tactical overload, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's take a quick short break. Sakaichi and I will be right back.
Hey guys, it's HXS from VVV Esports, and today I will be giving you my best gun and its attachment, and also some tips and tricks I use. My best gun is the Arctic 50 sniper rifle, and the attachments are Assassin Short, although we see skeleton stock, FMJ, MIP stopping power, and staple grip plate. Tips and tricks. Map awareness. You always have to be aware where your teammates and enemies are at all times. This is why I always look at my map. Having this knowledge lets me use my sniper rifle as a AR or SMG. It makes me an all-around player, even with a sniper.
A good opener. It was an amazing opener. It was a disappointing opener. If you're an NRX fan, you are definitely right to be disappointed, because that was a game that NRX could have won against a squad who is so good. They are veterans, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Okay, and win on veterans like Triple V would have been so valuable, Sakaichi.
Yeah, as you can say, maybe NRS can be disappointed a little bit, but to take 1 point away from Triple V is a huge achievement in itself, and it could actually take them further in the competition, giving them some confidence boost for what's to come, because like we say so early on in the competition, this is a very long league. The league is still long. It's just day 3. You've got like what, day 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this could be a very good start for NRX Unknown to keep the gears going.
Hopefully, right? Hopefully for them, because thus far those gears have been quite rickety in here. But as we move on into our second series, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't know if you've been looking forward to it. I surely have been looking forward to it, Sakaichi. This is the Brothers, because PDR Reborn is going to be taking on PDR Esports, and I am going to be having a lot of fun shoutcasting this.
You having fun, right, AJ? You're talking about having fun. Are we going to have fun saying about PDR all over again? Or, okay, don't get confused, ladies and gentlemen. Do not be confused about Reborn as well as Esports. PDR Reborn has 6-0 so far. PDR Esports with 4-2. They lost to NU Anarchy in the second day. And this is I don't know, because so early on, if let's say it happens so late in the league, then it could be some little bit of tricks being played in there. But this is so early, and these two can actually show which PDR is the better PDR, though.
Oh, absolutely, man. Later on, we'll, of course, have NU Anarchy, taking on AIM Elo, XDG Dynasty, as well as RTL Legacy, right? So those are lined up for later. But as, Sakaichi said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the battle between the brothers, okay? Don't get confused between them. They are both very, very supreme squads, but in all squads, in all families, you've got the better sibling, right? So you'll see the better sibling. You'll see the better sibling today.
Yeah, one is better sibling. One is what we call it as a siblings war or something like that. As what Malays call it, perang saudara,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this Perang Saudara can happen on a hard point as we go into game number 1, PDR Reborn. Senpai seems to have kind of won this, Sakaichi. So PDR Reborn in here, standoff and a crossfire has been banned off by 2 squads, and we will be going into map number 1 at firing range. So very straightforward rotations in here, Sakaichi. Just 4 hardpoint rotations, very straightforward map. Yes, you will be expecting the snipers to kind of make a little bit of an impact, but I don't really think so, right? It's more of a chopper sort of a map. Those SMGs and, assault rifles with the biggest amount of bullets in there, right? The largest mags will make those biggest differences.
Yeah, and one more thing as well is the rotation by these two. As you know, the second hardpoint, the third hardpoint especially, is going to be so tough to be retaken once there is a total lockdown over there. And firing range, well, if let's say map number 2 also goes to the same map, then I'm going to take out a stat. But let's see which maps have been banned in Search and Destroy, in which PDR Esports is going to make the pick. Meltdown and Crash are gone, and it is PDR Esports time. And they are going to pick. Don't tell me firing range again. Okay, standoff. All right. 4. This is their 4th time in standoff for PDR Esports. They won 3 out of 3 after the firing range pick by PDR Reborn. 4 out of 4. So they are choosing their best maps over here.
Yeah, man. So standoff is going to be quite a straightforward map in terms of search and destroy. The 2 bomb sites are quite close to each other. We are not really going to be seeing a lot of play in one of those bomb sites. If you guys know, bomb site B is not really going to be active. But let's take a quick look at domination, right? Final match, Meltdown and Summit banned off. And it looks like we will be playing for the final closure between the battle between brothers, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at firing range. Okay, so we start and end both at firing range and very close, right? So I feel like this is like a scrimmage map. Both of them are really, really comfortable with this map. And hey, you know what? Let's go, right? Because firing range is one of the most, well-known map in all of competitive within the Call of Mobile scene, right? So I don't know, man. It could be super interesting, or it could be just, bread and butter, big brother, just teaching small brother a good lesson here today.
But these two are actually picking their best maps statistically in this competition. And I don't know which 100% is going to be getting out,
Yeah.
you know, which 100% is going to be broken, because 100%
Yeah.
firing range, PDR Reborn, 100% standoff, PDR Esports. Well, we don't know if something's gonna change over here, or if there is no change, then we might see a Reborn 2-1 victory in all honesty.
Yeah, I think a 2-1 is definitely a high probability here, Sakaichi. I don't think it's gonna be a donut PDR Reborn. It looks like Lux has taken down Yobabs as an opener. It is gonna be PDR Esports with the points. How long can they keep PDR Reborn out of there? It's only a matter of time before JB and Yaku as well can she come in there and say hello, right? And there you go, Sakaichi. They are back in it already. And this is just the first hard point of the game, right? As they make their rotation over to the second point, things will start to get a little bit more spicy.
But looking at how it starts, PDR Esports actually have a little bit more control over their big brothers, I should say. Leones just came in there all alone, just take them out, and then taking the high rise as well. That was a very, very quick stop for PDR Esports. Now they are here to state a point to the unbeaten brothers, 6-0. This will be the first time that PDR Reborn actually dropped 8 points. Let's see if that is going to happen, because Esports is already at the second hard point already.
Yeah, man, we've just rotated over from the branch road. And right now at the command center, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, still being commanded by the exact same squad. PDR Esports are in there, and PDR Reborn are nowhere. And let's see if or not they will be able to recover. Here comes Flex in here with his frenetic gameplay. And it's a takeover by PDR Reborn, but flushed out by PDR Esports, Sakaichi.
Yeah, in a matter of just 3 seconds, because he went in alone, going up against PDR Esports, who are actually having like, what, 4 or 5 men just outside of it. Yes, one second player is in, and then they make a takeover just from the window, just like that. So I don't know if it's a poor gameplay or what, but maybe PDR Reborn could not come in there as a squad, as everyone has been ousted away from the hardpoint already. So it's a big own goal for the Reborn side.
Really? Really, Sakaichi? I'm supposed to buy this, man? Come on, man. This is not PDR Reborn. They're not even shooting. Here comes Rage, right? And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's just put it this way. PDR Esports are going to win this match. I think we should be able to call it right here, right now, Sakaichi.
Now that's a huge one, AJ. That's a huge one. And now they finally get it back. That's the commentator's curse right there. If PDR Reborn somehow makes it, it's going to be a huge commentator's curse. Because PDR Reborn, they are pissed off. They said no more of this nonsense. They are taking that back. They are taking the white warehouse right where it belongs, and it belongs to them. And they are trying to just playing catch up over here. And some of them are already rotating to the 4th hard point. They don't want to let PDR Esports get any enough of that.
Yeah, because if PDR Reborn is gonna lose this, they should at least have some decent points on the board first, man. PDR Esports coming in here. Yeah, we know they are gonna be blazing it up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here they go, 93 points, 48 so far picked up by PDR Reborn, and it looks like they don't wanna make a comeback in here. PDR Esports, Jello goes in, gets taken down by Kenshi. Yobab's finally flaring up. PDR Reborn, could this be the comeback gameplay in here, Sakaichi? I think it just might be, man.
Oh, well played by Yaku over there. Ray Drive comes in. Oh, my God. Graded. So quickly by Kenshi, and PDR Reborn gets it back. But for how long, though? Looking at the strong rotation from PDR Esports, trying to go back to the first hardpoint, as they knew that a total lockdown has been happening at hardpoint number 4. This is gonna be so tough, and Reborn, they are so close to actually equalizing the points.
Here they come, Sakaichi. Jabin in here, and XS1 Goliath doing a lot of damage, but there you go. It is PD Esports back in there to flush them out. PDR Reborn says, hell to the no, 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 little brother. You have to get out of here first. And they come in here to play that catch-up game. But once again, not going to be enough for them. And they will only equalize as we make it back all the way to the first hard point. We are back at Branch Road where this all started, Sakaichi. Let's hope this time PDR Reborn can shoot.
Ooh, this is gonna be huge. Oh, that's that one. That is the one who wants to play. Just so PDR Esports in their momentum just for a while. 6 points domination. Yaku tries to come in, but all alone gets outnumbered by Jello comes in as well, coming from the white warehouse. That was very, very quick shots coming from him. And again, PDR Esports actually having the better, being the better side in the first hard point. And Yaku just straight up going to the second, but gets ousted just like that.
And it looks like PDR Esports have got such a strong hold on this game, ladies and young boys and girls. Earlier, it looked like they had a super strong hold, and all of a sudden PDR Reborn making their comeback in here. But it looks like PDR Esports will not allow them to come close. They still want to extend this lead. It is a hot fight between the two squads thus far. Who's going to be able to come back in here? Command Center gameplay and PDR Esports are in there, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, are you surprised? I'm sure PDR Reborn is.
Oh, but PDR Reborn is trying to take it back. That was a fine play just now with the missile, and they take it back. And yeah, look at all the score strings coming in. Just hoping that hard point, and Milliones is going to come in as a solo protective player, and PDR Esports is edging ever closer to this victory. Now Kenshi, they need to do something. They need to just get in there because PDR Esports is just so close. And I believe for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, in this competition alone, PDR Reborn lose at firing range.
Well played by PDR Esports, Sakaichi. I mean, what else can we say, right? I mean, it was a fair competition between the two. The gunfights were hot between the two, and they took it, man. I was surprised. I was actually surprised.
Yeah, and surprising to see the first hard point becomes a total lockdown in itself, so out in the open, but looking at how they control from the white warehouse. Usually we see it from the tower. Usually we see it from up above, but they actually did it just at the ground, just at the white warehouse. That was very, very cheeky. That was something, I don't know if it's a bit new, but they did it.
Yeah, but they had Scout Tower, right, Sakaichi? And there was a point, right, where the player was just there. Okay, they were just there. And the Scout Tower, he was just using the Scout Tower to look around. Okay, he's like, oh, the birds are quite pretty today. I should tell this to my team members. Maybe they would. I don't know. Give me a go, man. I don't know what he was doing on the Scout Tower, man. He was just standing around, and there was no way, right? There was no way you're going to be able to win that game if you don't come in here with the tenacity. And it looks like PDR Esports had the tenacity with them, and they swept it all the way through. Can we see a comeback in here by PDR Reborn? I'm guessing we definitely are, because game number 2, I mean, it has to be a fight back at the very least, right? Standoff. We go in here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. PDR Esports winning on a map that they didn't even pick, Sakaichi.
Yeah, and then this is a map that they actually pick. So this is going to be there could be a little bit of reverse if, let's say, PDR Reborn wants to exact revenge on denting their 100% record so far at firing range, and standoff could be a perfect place to do it in what should I say, a perfect the best place and the best mode to actually do it at standoff. But PDR Esports has been crushing it the whole tournament in this search and destroy. They also have got that one record 17-second round, if you don't remember that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, they have both been very impressive in this tournament, for sure. As we go into map number 2, PDR Reborn, Well, obviously they have got something to come in here and prove right now. I don't know if they're in the mood to prove it today because, there seems to be something missing in their gameplay. Let's see if we do see them bringing it in. I mean, I think the 2-1 scoreline is definitely going to be a possibility here, Sakaichi, because there's no way it's going to be a 3-0 now, right? So let's see, man. Looking forward to match number 2.
I'm really looking forward because a 3-0 actually could happen if, let's say, PDR Esports are going to have that kind of tenacity. If they have that kind of out of the box kind of thinking in this kind of gameplay, but we never know because these two teams have been absolutely fantastic in search and destroy.
Yeah, Arctic 50 gameplay, just waiting for someone to come by in here from the, gas station into the shortcuts there, Sakaichi. But obviously, nobody's going to go in here for those crazy pushes. And PDR Esports taking an early plant. Yaku takes out Jello, and it looks like it's a great start for PDR Reborn.
Enemy contact.
Yeah, 2 snipes as well, 1 wallbang. Or should I say both of them are wallbangs if I'm not mistaken. 5v3 retake for 30 seconds only. Young J is scouting around but just gets taken down just like that by Yaku. Rage over Yoba, 3v2 situation over here. And Flex is going to take Millionaires out of the game. Just 1 left. Oh, Rage is all alone. 1v1. Javen. Oh, he's got it. Oh, finally. Oh, he really got it. But look at how just... okay. Now he's pissed off because that running away gameplay from Rage actually just buys time, and time wasting happened that Esports gets 1 point.
PDR Reborn, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, trying to flex as big as they can, but unfortunately, some sort of, greater power above seems to be holding them back. It is going to be Yobabs in here trying to spot out Milliones. Milliones comes in here with a quick shot, headshot at that. Yobabs gets taken down, and it looks like PDR Esports are already in here with the advantage. PDR Reborn gonna pay a big price. The bomb is already on the ground, Sakaichi. PDR Reborn. Things look very, very bad for them at the moment.
Okay, now they need to make the retake far earlier, but with 1 man less. 4v5, and look at how... Oh, well played, Young J! That was a good one.
Let's see if or not he can take it in here. A 4-on-2 situation. Rage goes in, takes 1 down, and what can he do? Yaku solo gets eliminated as well.
Yeah, and looking at how actually the game goes, PDR Esports wants to go for that quick glance, and especially if they can get the first blood in that one, because they are going to just position themselves at every single flank that PDR Reborn can actually come in from, and they just outnumber them each and every time. So PDR Reborn really need to have the first initiative first, and Flex gets taken down. That's not a good start for Reborn.
Oh, it definitely isn't a good start at all, right? Flex missing that shot. Shoot me, slap me, call me Sally. Rage goes in there. Kenshi, Yaku gets taken down as well. What are Kenshi and Yaku doing? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are left with just Yobabs and Jabin in here. PDR Reborn. What is the point of being reborn if this is gonna be the way you come in here to play? PDR Esports bringing everything that they have in this match, and they seem to be doing an amazing job, Sakaichi.
And look at the positioning as well. They just waited there. They are not going to hunt. They want to be hunted, and then they will strike. And Yobabs is all alone, 1v3. Looking at how the flanks are going. 1 middle, 1 left, 1 right. Eventually, Yobabs will be like, he will get outsmarted in that one.
It doesn't take a genius to outsmart someone from that situation, Sakaichi. So, gee, I don't know, man. PDR Reborn, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, still coming in here. I don't know, right? Sakaichi. Something's missing from the spiciness that PDR Reborn brings in here. It is going to be PDR Esports going in here for the brave push. But look at that. Look at that. Are you even surprised? There's just one player in here. They're all camped away, waiting in here for the push, either on Alpha or can come back in here for the response, right? But have you ever seen anyone camp like this on a defensive position? I haven't. This is a new strategy. Obviously, the strategy is bad, Sakaichi.
But it worked though. It worked for the esports side though. As they camped in, they just waited. Oh, but Rage is down though. 5v4. This is gonna be a little bit new. But PDR Esports, they are putting the planting at Alpha. And Jello is on the hunt. This time they are not waiting. They are not playing the camping game. Jello goes down as well. This could be the opening for PDR Reborn though. 5v3 situation.
Oh, can they make it 5 versus 1 and then shut the game down? Because it's about time before PDR Reborn makes their comeback in here. Flex goes in there for those shots. Bomb being diffused by PDR Reborn. Backs away from the diffusal. Leaving Millones all here alone. Millones in there with the shot. 3 players in here. If they still don't get the diffusal, I swear to God, Sakaichi.
Well,
It's a good point that they earn back.
Yeah, and should I say Millones tried though from long range because he's a sniper. He tries to snipe that bomb diffuser, but he missed. Okay, number one, he missed that, and then after that miss, can you see that somebody else is actually trying to become a human shield over there because he knew where did that shot came from? The audacity to actually do that. And PDR Reborn, they need to take this momentum heading into the next few rounds though, because they are still down by 2.
Kenshi showing us some new spots. Some new sniping spots there that I've never seen before. Million is coming in here for the slow push, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It looks like the snipers want to call this game as you know, snipers have always called this game at standoff, right? Million is going in there for those wild shots, trying to hope to get lucky. Doesn't get lucky, has to back away for the time being. And it is still PDR Esports in here on the attack, and it looks like they have managed to plant the bomb. Gee, I wonder why.
Well, because they have positioned themselves so well. And look at Rage over Jabin as well. The numbers game are going to come in as well. But okay, 4v3. PDR Reborn is down to just 3. Young J is down as well as Jello. 3v2 for PDR Reborn. This could be a very good opening for them, but it's just 2v2. Locks with a wonderful hit over there on Flex. And Kenshi is all alone. And this is the best one because surely 1v2, surely they'll just wait for Kenshi to actually make a move. They are not going to rush. They're just making a move over there. And when the time is running out, they are going to go like a wolf pack over there. So brilliantly played, should I say? Is that strategy like clean enough? I don't know if everyone is going to favor that, but it favored PDR Esports though in this one. 4-1.
I think anything PDR Esports does in this game is going to favor PDR Esports. I mean, it just seems to be like one of those days, right, Sakaichi, where Lady Luck is always on your side. PDR Reborn going in here for a quick plant this time, and it looks like it's all fine and dandy for PDR Reborn. A 4-on-4 situation. How will they come in here for the defensive gameplay? Because 31 seconds left on the clock. Yaku goes in for a takedown, and it looks like it's all good. Maybe PDR Reborn will start their comeback here, Sakaichi.
Oh, well played by Jello as well as Millones. Just 2 of them up against Yaku and Jabin now. Jabin, they tried to take one down. Yaku over Jello. It's all to Millones. And Jabin, or should I say Yaku, said no to the retake that they are trying. They just rushed in. They don't wait. They rushed in and they just said to PDR Esports, this is what you did to us.
Well, they need to say so much more to PDR Esports in here, Sakaichi. I mean, because the questions have been asked by PDR Esports, and it looks like PDR Reborn is just not responding to their questions. And I mean, PDR Reborn, I guess they've been trying. I guess luck just hasn't been on their side, man. PDR Esports in here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They are going in here with the camp, waiting for PDR Reborn to come in here with the attack. The attacking side will play it slow as well. It looks like it's a full-on scouting game, Sakaichi.
Yeah, and this always happens, right? With PDR Esports, they don't want to take any risk because they knew if they are going to fight head to head, then PDR Reborn is surely going to have some slight advantage over there because of the because they have the bomb and they are the attacking side, so they have to call the game. So PDR Esports is trying to tell the Reborn side, we are not going to make you do.
Well, let's see exactly what move that is being made. PDR Reborn goes in here for the plant. Millionaires coming in here for the push. Alpha, right now the point of contention. Thermite all over the place. Millionaires going in there for that shot. Maybe, yes, no, and he doesn't see anybody. But the bomb site is all for them, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What can they do? A 4-on-3 situation right now. Just baiting PDR Esports into the bomb site. Bomb site bait complete. Kenshi goes a little low and leaving Millionaires all alone. It looks like PDR Reborn will take back another round as well, Sakaichi.
Nice work. Get ready for the next
Yeah,
round.
and this is what I've been thinking, right, AJ? If let's say this goes to yet another, if this goes to if the attacking round, sorry, if it goes to PDR Reborn, then Esports will not have the advantage, especially when the bomb is down, because they cannot actually, they have to. They have to make the push. They have to get out of their hiding spots wherever they are. And PDR Reborn, maybe they could use this kinds of good strategy of making those quick plans if they are annoyed about how PDR Esports is actually positioning themselves all the time.
Yeah, okay, this time PDR Esports has got a very good spot, right? They are on a very furious, aggressive defensive position. They have camped out on all of the sites. They are just waiting for PDR Reborn to come in here for the push. And PDR Reborn, I feel like, this is not a very favorable situation, because they have allowed themselves to be the slow ones, which means they need to breach the locations, right? PDR Esports is already on site waiting for these perpetrators. So let's see exactly how this breaks down, man.
Yeah, it's still 5v5, but 1 minute has elapsed without anything happening. It's just a rotation. Looking at the bomb, that's a long rotation by Flex from Bravo. Going back to Alpha maybe, but Jello is waiting outside at the big room backyard, just outside. Takes down Flex, that's one, but gets traded just like that. Millionaires with a little bit of backup. The bomb is on the ground, so this is not gonna be good for the side of PDR Reborn. As you said, the positioning of the defense is just so good, is that the rotation points, the rotation routes have been closed up just like that. But Kenshi has the bomb already, but look at how Lux as well as Rage actually position themselves for that as well.
Yeah, but it's a combination, right, Sakaichi? Because, in a game like Call of Duty Mobile, right, you can go in here and you can position yourself well. But if your opposition kind of, outs you with their own strategies, no matter how early you are there, there's always a countermeasure, right? And I guess that round was just a pure combination of good positioning from PDR Esports and very, very bad gameplay from PDR Reborn. That was a round they could have taken. They didn't go in here for the push. They had the intel as to where those players were, and they just played that round badly. PDR Jello right now coming in here, trying to make a difference. PDR Esports just one round away from taking game number 2 as well, Sakaichi.
Yeah, and look at that. 2 at Alpha, 2 at Bravo. Rage just moving around to rendezvous and see where are the other players. And Lux is down though. 2 players are down, so that serves an opening for PDR Reborn. So Jello, Rage as well as Young Jay will have to do this all by themselves because all the waiting games is not working for them. PDR Reborn has come back from that one strategy, and they might have the chance to take point number 4 over here.
They have to, man. I mean, this is PDR Reborn's game easily. But it just doesn't show it on the scoreboard at all, right? PDR Esports seem to be the ones in front. PDR Reborn, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrong with their gameplay. They need to figure it out, and they need to figure it out fast, because if they don't, it looks like PDR Esports are gonna trump them, take this victory, and go back home singing very, very happy songs today.
Oh, but look at that. The smoke and the thermite inside the smoke as well. That's a very, very good strategy. And then backing out of harm's way. But that did not take anyone though. Flex taking a lot of damage early on. Looking at how Jabin positions himself, he tries to take bomb plant A as Youngjae is down. 5v4 takeover, AJ.
This is what I'm talking about, right? This is how PDR Reborn goes in for a side push. This is how they get those plants in there, even if you're going in there for the defensive. Nobody can stop PDR Reborn when they want to get there. But it looks like PDR Esports are possessed by a different sort of a demon in here today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Look at Lox as well as Millones in here on the defense right now. Yaku, Yobab's Flex coming in here for the offense. They need to go in there and get the disposal now. 10 more seconds. Yobabs and Flex takes down Millones. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there you go. We switch sides, and this means PDR Esports might take it, Sakaichi.
Oh, the attacking ones. They love their attacking rounds. Looking at how they strategize, looking at how they position themselves, this could be a very, very good round. But remember, this is a round number 11. And it took the Reborn side 3 rounds, or should I say 4, to finally get 1 point. So maybe PDR Esports have knew this coming all along. They are trying for this one, and they are thriving on it. Look at how they position themselves just in the hotel, just outside of to scout where on earth are Reborn actually pushing. But everyone is in the convenience store though.
Well, maybe they want to buy something. Maybe they're hungry, Sakaichi. We don't know, man. Youngjae in here trying to get those wall bangs is not going to get very, very lucky doing so. 5-5 thus far. PDR Esports already with 1 victory. There goes the smoke, going to help them make that crossover from mid. And right now, a beautiful possession of Alpha has been fallen the PDR Esports sides. Gee, I wonder how easy it was. If everybody's camping in convenience, though, obviously that's going to happen, Sakaichi.
I don't know, but they're trying to get some frags, trying to throw some nades though. They need to make the move, and Genji has made it. That's the opening kill, and everyone, look at everyone rushing point A already. Yaku from far away, maybe, just maybe, going as the bait or the flank killer. But look at the time now, it's 3v4, 2v4, Lox gets taken down. Somebody needs to make that takeover. Somebody needs to make the defusal, but there's no way. Genji gets no chance there. So 6-5 for PDR Esports.
What a well-played game. I am speechless.
Well, you want some tactics?
There were no tactics in there, Sakaichi. There was a combination of there was a combination of very, very bad gameplay mixed with a combination of fairly okay gameplay. And PDR Esports right now, they are nicking off easy wins off of PDR Reborn, okay? I mean, I'm not even seeing 10% of PDR Reborn in this game. PDR Reborn is non-existent right now. They are sleeping, at least at the very end. Domination. I mean, at least one game, maybe. I mean, maybe we can see them perform today. Maybe.
I don't know, because taking 1 game from PDR Reborn is big enough. Taking 2 is something else.
Speechless, man. No squad has managed to make the Mustachio speechless. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me assure you, PDR Esports as well as PDR Reborn have managed to do it today. Can they do it again in match number 3 as well? You see, it made the Mustachio so speechless that even one of my pins are sideways. Let me fix that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let me fix that. I don't know how is PDR Reborn gonna fix anything for themselves, Sakaichi. I mean, for me, it's just as easy as just moving it to the left and it's fixed already. For PDR Reborn to fix it, I don't know what sort of a conversation they need to have with each other, man.
Okay, AJ, we have been talking about this early on, that this might not be a 2-1. This might usually be a 2-1. It should not be a 3-0. Now with this happening, are you thinking that it will?
I hope it is a 2-1, right? Because let me assure you, Sakaichi, right? If it is not at least a 2-1, gee, I think someone's going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay? If it is not at least a 2-1, somebody's going to be in a lot of trouble, right? And I'm talking about PDR Reborn. I'm talking about the coach of PDR Reborn itself. I'm very sure the whole, PDR family is not going to be happy with this sort of a performance. I mean, you go in there, you lose it the way, between the first match that we witnessed today, man. What a battle that was between Triple LV as well as NRX Unknown, right? You lose it in that way. Yeah. But the way, series number 2 is going right now, it unsettles me. Hopefully we see PDR Reborn coming back in here and we want to see some flash, Sakaichi, That's why it's just so somber.
I don't know, man. Let's see if that can actually change in the game of domination, which will be played at Firing Range. Will it be at least 1 point for the side of Reborn, or will it be mental? Should I say mental 3-0 scoreline for the esports side?
Well, let's see, Sakaichi. Kenshi in here, Man of War. Hopefully all the guns work in this round. AG Kenshi in there, going in back to back. It looks like Alpha and Charlie, as usual, man. Clearing area and Barracks Hut are the first ones that are going to get picked up. They are the closest ones in here to the spawn. But when we go in here for that Bravo site, Sakaichi, I mean, it's just there, right? Out in the open. So difficult to control. In between mid-square, middle lane, as well as branch road. So many entries in there. It's going to be a tough road getting control today.
Oh, but well done by Millionaires from up above. Just ousting Reborn from taking point Bravo. But nobody's actually contesting. It is due to the positioning of both the teams. Looking at how from up above as well as attacking from the grounds, or should I say, from the other sides of the maps as well, which makes it so hard for any team to take Bravo. And if this keeps up, looking at PDR Esports, they're making a long rotation, and they actually got Alpha over there.
Oh, beautiful, right? And look at this rotation coming in from PDR Reborn. And they will pick up Barracks Hut. And the distraction has allowed PDR Esports to go in here and pick up Bravo as well. And it looks like middle lane is right now in the control of PDR Esports. 25-21. PDR Reborn not back too far away at all. Kenshi coming in here with his Man of War right now. Young Jay right there outside of him. Clearing area, defended beautifully. And PDR Esports, they are trying a triple cap, Sakaichi.
Oh, the audacity to do it so early just gets intercepted. Will that little second prove too vital? Because PDR Reborn, they are now going for their own triple cap. Just intercepted by the 3-man forces of PDR Esports. Bravo is taken by PDR Reborn, and they are going to clear up Alpha Esports at the very least. But in this one, and which team actually has the 2 cap over here?
Yeah, man, clearing area, defended in very well by PDR Reborn, but finally overcome by PDR Esports. But the rotation does happen. It is like this is working in terms of clockwork, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The 2 squads is running around, ring around the rosy, let's say. Alpha as well as Charlie keep swapping heads, and they're so close to each other. And this time it is PDR Reborn with the catch-up gameplay and 2 sides in their hands. How long can PDR Reborn keep these sides? Can they make sure PDR Esports doesn't touch it at all? Sakaichi, gee, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but looking at how they defended both, especially from the White Warehouse as well, that was very good from the side of Reborn. Although Jello actually took it back with a war machine of his own. That was so close, and he's going to take Bravo all by himself. Is going to be absolutely huge for the side of Esports as they take point Bravo thanks to that man.
I mean, superb play in there. Beautiful takeover on the Bravo side by PDR Reborn. Here comes PDR with that response gameplay, Sakaichi, whether they're going to be able to pick this Bravo point back up for themselves. I don't think so, man. It's halftime. Call that referee in here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because we need help. PDR Reborn is thinking of making a comeback, Sakaichi.
Capture the objectives.
Oh, and that actually is possible, especially with just a 9-point lead for PDR Reborn. And they are, look at that, just one man in that Charlie, and then just go straight over to Bravo. And now they are feeling the power, and they are feeling the fires as well, as they want to go in and take a 3-0 victory. But PDR Reborn, they said no to that. He just intercepted.
Enemy's advanced UAV is online.
Well, Kenshi in here going in with the shots, doesn't manage to get his shots on point, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, will get shut down. PDR Esports in here with the comeback gameplay. They look forward to capturing middle lane right now, and it looks like mid square is going to be interrupted. And PDR Esports, Sakaichi, they've been doing so well thus far, and I think they're gonna make a comeback in here, man. They're catching up, they're really catching up right now.
Yeah, they're really catching out. They defended point Charlie so well that pistol is coming as well, but AG is trying his best to take back point Bravo for his team with 2 men in there. And PDR Reborn is going to repel the inevitable, which is the equalizing point for PDR Esports quickly, because they tried to pick Alpha this time. 2 men over there, and now PDR Esports are trying to take or try to defend Charlie as well. Alpha and Charlie in favor of Esports. Bravo trying to be taken for that triple gap, but Milliones all by himself. That was absolutely huge. Now that he needs to go back in there, because there is an opening for a triple gap already. And so
Well, Javen, Lox comes in here, and Lox can already use his VTOL, Sakaichi, but he doesn't bring it out just yet. Here comes Jello going in here for the capture. And defended just in the nick of time by PDR Reborn. But look at this, man. PDR Esports gonna get their markers cleared off as well. And here comes Lox with his VTOL finally, but removed from the air before he could even go into action. Oh, don't you miss the good old days where those VTOLs could actually do damage, Sakaichi?
yeah, maybe the waiting time was too long over here. It has been a little bit of time, and that has not helped PDR Esports one bit. Maybe an X1 Goliath can actually change this game in their favor, but they are trying Bravo. They are trying, and they got it. 2 points for them. Also neck and neck Charlie as well in contention. Somebody needs to clear it up for PDR Reborn over there, and someone has not there to defend it.
Losing Alpha.
What? Okay, there you go. In here with the defense. Yaku's still in there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. He's not really going in there to clear the markers. And finally, yes, he will settle to get that done. PDR Reborn, 137 to 121 so far. Can they make it out of here alive? 10 more seconds away. Esports in here with 2 sides right now, Sakaichi. Maybe that comeback will come through. Oh, cleared off on Bravo. Milliones in here for PDR Esports right now. PDR Reborn still in here with the barracks hut hold. Can they be defeated 3-0? No! Sakaichi, no!
They're trying to run at Charlie, but little did they know that PDR Reborn actually going for Bravo as well. So that 1 point, that singular point, but no! No! Just like that, 149!
You are kidding me! And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The finisher of that match finally comes through. PDR Esports, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Nearly took it yet again with another surprise today, but PDR Reborn, what a way to come back in there, right? Well, thankfully we won that 1 point at least, Sakaichi, or else, somebody would have been in a lot of trouble today.
No, I mean, that was so nearly the case, 149, and then you see the desperation maneuver of PDR Esports. They went to Charlie, they actually got it, and 149, it has been stopped for quite a while, And I don't know who is that somebody who actually go in at Alpha. Millionis tried his best to defend, but he is all alone with like what 2-3 members of PDR Reborn who said, we don't care, we just won at 1 point. We just won at 1 point, we'll win this. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
goodness. Hey.
I personally expected so much more action out of today, right? So the PDR, you know, the clash of the brotherhood, it was a very disappointing series for me, right? Because I expected PDR Reborn to, you know, really come out flashy, right? But game 1 and 2, they were reduced to a bunch of bots just running around. You know, they kind of tried to do something in there, but at the end they got snuffed out. But what a way to come back in game number 3, Sakaichi. Good on them, man. Good on them. Hopefully the other 2 series that we have in here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is going to be so jam-packed with action, it blows our minds, right? Because later on today, we will be having more action, right? We are just at the halfway point, Sakaichi.
And the slightest of margins as well in this game. Look at that. Game number 1, yes, it looked as if PDR Reborn were having a very, very bad start because they couldn't even control hardpoint 1 and 2 in firing range. And then at standoff, is like, if you are the attacking side, you are almost guaranteed to win because, you can see from PDR Esports how they actually attack, and the defense is not there for PDR Reborn. But in the last game, it was so nearly a huge crazy comeback coming from PDR Esports themselves to make it 3-0.
You know what, Sakaichi? Let's take a quick look at that again, right? Those 3 matches, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your highlights. Sakaichi, walk us through how, you know, PDR Esports came in here and got it done today, man.
Yeah, they got it done spectacularly, especially that hardpoint that we never knew that could accumulate a lot of points for any team. PDR Esports actually got it in the first hardpoint out of all. 36 points in the first one, and then they just took the momentum second hardpoint as well, although PDR Reborn tried to make a comeback from there. And then this one, like I said, if you're the attacking side, you are almost guaranteed to win. And although Reborn again trying to search a late comeback, but that did not happen with this kinds of positioning masterclass by PDR Esports. They got it 2-0 and they won the series. But in this domination game, it looked a little bit straightforward, I should say, until the last part of the second half. That quick VTOL kill, or should I say quick VTOL destroy, and then so nearly a comeback by PDR Esports at 149 point mark, but they've just been outsmarted right at the very last. They tried to go for that Charlie takeover to make it a triple cap. That did happen, but PDR Reborn, they say, let's just focus on 1 because 1 is better than nothing. We only needed that 1 to win, and that's what they did.
I mean, either way you look at it, right, Sakaichi, both these squads have managed to make the Mustachio absolutely speechless today with their gameplay, man. I mean, there were a few kinks here and there. There was some, you know, flash of brilliance here and there as well. But overall, you know...
Schoolworks na naman. Awit. Code muna.
Bilab, tara na! 10 minutes na lang!
Aalis nga pala. Kaso mag-BBR pa kami.
Ano pwedeng gawin?
Ano pwedeng
fast game lang?
Oo nga pala! BR Blitz!
You know, basic! May ako na mag-aaral, tapos na po ako dito!
Yun! Ready na ako!
Let's go! Schoolworks time!
Yun! Ano na, Willow? Tapos na ako maglaro. Di ka para bihis?
Fast game lang! You know,
Solid to, fast game lang.
Nice! Fast game.
Fast game lang!
EMP systems incoming. Destroy enemy's XS-1. Destroy enemy stealth chopper. Destroy enemy VTOL. EMP systems incoming.
Gee, is it just me or can I not see you and you cannot see me too, buddy? I can see you
Okay.
right now.
Now
There
we're
you go.
back. No, it's good. It's good.
I was thinking, is it my internet again? Do I change internet service providers? No, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my internet service provider is the mightiest of them all. I will not tell you who they are because this is not my own stream. Philippines National Championships in here today. Day 3. An amazing opener, and then we hit a sort of a roadblock, and here we are, series number 3, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in here. And we've got a two very, very strong squads, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lined up for you. We will take a refresher looking at our schedule in a bit, but Sakaichi, as for the rest of the day, what are your expectations of the day, man?
After this, it's going to be 2 5-1 teams going up against 2 0-6 teams. And let's say if it is the time finally for the 0-6 teams to actually get a point, it could be today because NRX Unknown has actually got one, or at least one. And, but the 5-1s, NU Anarchy, as well as RTL Legacy, they look to have been the better side day after day. But we never know, right? Because in these kinds of competitions, it is always out in the open. And this is a new week as well, remember that.
Absolutely, man. NU Anarchy going to be taking on AIM Elo in the series that are coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. AIM Elo, their performance hasn't been that amazing at the moment, Sakaichi. But do you see any spots of brilliance anywhere in there?
Well, that could happen though for AIM Elo if they learn from their mistakes, especially from day 2. But again, let us see the standings so far. So it is still PDR Reborn, courtesy of that very, very narrow win in that domination. They are on 7-2. Triple V Esports as well as PDR Esports, they are on 6-3 after their wins, after their 2-1 wins. NU Anarchy, they are going to be playing shortly after with 5-1. And looking at the bottom half, AJ, RTL 5-1, 1-8, and 2-0-6 teams over there.
Yeah, man. XDG Dynasty, I don't know how are they going to be doing against RTL Legacy later on, but AIM Elo right now has to overcome their own monster, NU Anarchy. And Sakaichi, it's not going to be a easy match for either one of those two as we, kind of try to wrap our day up here. So we can expect absolute brilliance, or we can expect absolute thrashing. It could be either one.
Well, if let's say Aim Iloilo actually learn from their mistakes, on what happened in day number 2 especially, they could actually take up a stand a little bit against NU Anarchy. But looks like they want a coin toss here. Aim Iloilo could be a good start because they can pick the map of their choosing. But the ban and picks are ready, so let's see which one of the maps are banned for Aim Iloilo as well as NU Anarchy. Summit and Crossfire ban, and let's see which one will Aim Iloilo pick. And it is at Standoff, in which they started this tournament at Standoff and they lost that one. Maybe they have learned a little bit and they are now here.
Yeah, well, hopefully, man, because Hardpoint at Standoff is gonna be quite interesting, right? It's not super big in terms of a map. It's just got 4 rotation points in there. You can but the fact that, you know, some of these buildings have got 2 stories in there, right, Sakaichi, makes those snipers absolutely spicy, right? So let's see exactly how Aim Iloilo plans to achieve victory on this map. But as we move on to Search and Destroy, NU Anarchy gets to pick, and Crossfire, Meltdown, both banned off by these squads already. NU Anarchy says, hey, okay, you know what? You want to bring us into Standoff. Map number 2, we are going to bring you into Crash. Search and Destroy on Crash, Sakaichi. You've seen how crazy Crash can get on Hardpoint, right? Search and Destroy, it's the same thing as well, because Crash is such a big map, right? You've got 3 accesses in there. I don't know, man. Aim Iloilo better be on their watch, because NU Anarchy, I know they can crush it at Crash. And map number 3, Sakaichi, what do we have, man?
Well, map number 3, Aim Iloilo. I believe they are going to make this pick, and the bans are Summit as well as Meltdown yet again. And looking at how it is now, Standoff, Crash, and we end off at Firing Range. So 3 very different gameplays that could actually be shown by both these teams.
Yeah, so NU Anarchy coming in here, and they picked the most difficult map, kind of to guarantee themselves a win. Aim Iloilo going in here with the map picks as well. Granted, we don't really know what sort of a gameplay NU Anarchy is capable of yet in the tournament. Aim Iloilo is gonna kind of have that difficulty going in, doing their research on them as well, right? Because map bans and picks, it's not always based on what you are good at. It's always based on where can you, overcome your enemy. Where is your enemy's weak spot, right? For you to take on. And then you, of course, gauge whether or not you are really good at that map. But hopefully Aim Iloilo's picks in here go their way today, man, because it's 2 points or hopefully 3 that they really need in this competition.
Hardpoint identified.
Yeah, and it helps a huge boost when you get the first points on the board in this competition. And looking at that, it's going to be Aim Iloilo who starts things off, but just gets ousted. Vince there getting ousted by Skirt so early in this one, and then because it's so out in the open, it's so hard for somebody to actually get in there, and NUA finally got it.
Oh, NUA. Yeah. Well, I think they are going to blaze through this game, ladies and gentlemen, boys, because gun skills thus far, they have shown us that, they are very, very promising. Aim Iloilo, on the other hand, their aim is quite Iloilo, if you know what I mean. It's sometimes there, it's sometimes not there, hence why their name is Aim Iloilo. Unless you guys know a different definition for Iloilo, please let the mustache know.
No pun intended, but puns do intended. Puns do happen over there, but Aim Iloilo actually got some points just for a few seconds before NUA. They know that they are the better team in here. Just gets them out of the way, and now they're just making that lockdown already in the second hardpoint. 27 to 10 for NU Anarchy over here as they look to try and take the victory as quickly as possible.
Yeah, man, NU Anarchy, they seem to have quite a stronghold in here. We are moving over to the warehouse right now, Sakaichi. Are they going to be able to come in here with a stronghold as well? And yes, it looks like NU Anarchy does exactly that. Warehouse will belong to them as well. There's no way, man. And you know what is very interesting about these map rotations, Sakaichi? From hardpoint number 2 from the warehouse going all the way into house, it's such a long distance to travel. So even if NU Anarchy is here, AIM Elo should be able to kind of hold house. At the end of the day, it is their own spawn point as well. But the way they're playing it though, I think NUA is going to be able to oust them from even house later on.
Heads up.
Well, looking at that, right? Even the player himself, actually, I don't think he's doing almost anything because all the other teammates are doing it for him, for NU Anarchy. As AIM Elo, they tried to come in there, but even on the mid side of the map, they have been chased away just like that, and they are spawning so far away. To the point that actually NU Anarchy trying to go for that spawn trap in that second hardpoint, and it could be the same as in this house as well. Look at how they are rushing. Look at how NU Anarchy is moving in the minimap already. They are moving to the middle, not letting AIM Elo to actually come any close to the hardpoint already.
Yeah, you know, Sakaichi, I think I've leveled up as a shoutcaster myself to be able to tell, if a squad is going to be able to make a comeback or not. The way AIM Elo is playing this match right now, I can kind of give you the guarantee they're not only going to not make a comeback, they're going to continuously get thrashed in this game. Like you said, right, they're not playing the objectives. I don't know what they're doing right now. They're just all over the map. They're just running around trying to figure out where to go. They are not even camping at the future hardpoint. They are camping in random spots on the map.
Bro, how do you even camp to the random space when you see the missile coming in and it actually traps someone there? The audacity, NU Anarchy! How dare you do that?
I don't think NU Anarchy is doing anything. It is AIM Elo. AIM Elo is not doing anything. NU Anarchy is just playing the game, right? AIM Elo is running around trying to figure out what to do. And I think the part where they try to figure out what to be done before the game, yo.
Well, that's a record already. 150 to 11 in a competitive game. Have you ever seen any smaller number than that?
I don't know. I don't want to compare, whose scoreboard is bigger, but Sakaichi, what was that, right? AIM Elo, they have come in here to a competition of this level. And we talked about picking, the map bans and picks, picking a map that, you will probably do slightly better than your enemy, But I don't think they even knew that map because not only did they not have map control, they didn't have map awareness and they didn't have any idea where the next hardpoint was going to spawn. That's what it looked like based on the movements on the map. And it explains your 11 points.
Yeah, and that 11 points actually came from hardpoint number 1. Oh my god.
I don't know, man. I hope AIM Elo does something about their aim, which is currently Elo, their strategy, which is currently Elo as well. As we go into Crash, this is NU Anarchy's map, and Crash is you saw how complicated Crash is, man. Crash is a very, very technical map, and Search and Destroy obviously reduce the amount of tactics you need within Crash. But at the very end, you still need great positioning on this map, right? And if AIM Elo brought in that sort of a positioning to stand off, I hope Crash is a map they play on all the time.
Hopefully. Like, fingers crossed that is going to happen. Because I don't see any positioning at all to the point that they got spawn trap, one.
Yeah.
And then spawn trap with a score streak as well. I was like, oh my goodness me, this is domination at its very finest, because I was looking at the minimap all the time about how they actually move, and if they are actually making that kinds of rotations, it's not gonna help AIM Elo's cause over here.
No, it's definitely not gonna help, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Hardpoint. What a hard point to watch. Definitely no pun intended there. Is it going to be a hard Search and Destroy to watch as well on behalf of AIM Elo? Well, we'll find out, man. Sakaichi, take it away, buddy.
Mustachio has become the pun master of this series, and it's just one game. I love you. But whatever it is, we're going into the second one, which is NUA is going to be the first 5-round attacking side. And looking at that, they might be going at Alpha all the way. But Vince, he is trying to position himself. But Owen, just a little bit.
Enemy
Boom.
down.
Just like that at Alpha. And maybe they could make the... Okay, gets 2. Just like that, Owen. Although he gets traded right at the end. But all damage has been done. 3 to 2, 3 to 1. It's all Swish. It's all for Swish, this sniper player. And the bomb is down at Alpha.
Well,
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
speechless is what Aim Ilo makes the Mustachio. Gee, I don't know, right, Asakaichi, because there was no tactics in there for that takeover. It is NU Anarchy thus far. And it looks like we're just going to be screaming NU Anarchy all the way, man. Oh, Aim Ilo! Swish in there with a beautiful snipe. Beautiful. And maybe that's the start of something new, Sakaichi.
Hopefully, because I know that they've got potential, especially in Search and Destroy, because they have got some points in there. But they really need to be careful in this one, because it is still NU Anarchy's attack, and the ball is with Skirt. Vince just got out of harm's way. Do not shoot and let your opposition know that you are in there, because just now it was a huge own goal, because Owen just comes in there and Vince is not looking at his back at all, just getting out of the map just like that. But anyway, with a one-man disadvantage, where will they go this time?
And there you go, Swish taken down this time. Skirt goes in there. Atlas eliminated. It's a 4-on-3. The table has turned. Ace-Key goes in. Kai eliminated. Deanon wins in here. What sort of a difference can they bring into the map? Oh, Ace-Key smoked out by Dean. Vince already eliminated, leaving a 1-on-3 situation. What can Dean do? Metal War in hand, in there with those shots, but Smoke smokes him out. And it looks like NU Anarchy takes it one more point above Sakaichi.
Yeah, and looks like NU Anarchy they are just scouting where the players of Aim Ilo are before Skirt or maybe even Owen trying to go for the little pushes to get those entry kills before making that bomb plant. That was absolutely brilliant from them to actually get something first. That's a wallbang. Swish goes down just like that. 5v4 and NU Anarchy, surely they are smelling blood right now.
Well, the blood that they have been smelling, well, technically they don't even need to go for blood thus far, man, because Aim Ilo, gee, are they posing such a big threat? At the moment, they don't seem to be doing it, right? Yes, they have gotten one, almost one. Whoa. Look at Atlas go right now. Skirt and Owen taken down. Maybe this is that comeback, because a 3 versus 2 situation, Sakaichi, on their side. And they need to go in for the attack, though. The bomb's not in their hands. How are they going to take this up?
Yeah, they really need to defend that bomb, especially when it's on the ground. And NU Anarchy, Payment as well as Smoke will really have to make the call, because it's less than 1 minute. Smoke is flanking, trying to get it back from bomb side A. Initiation shots. Oh, really need to be careful there, Kai. Kai just snaps out of harm's way, but looking at the time is ticking away. Payment comes in with a backpack.
NU Anarchy, take that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here comes Smoke right now. Atlas! Ah! What a way to pick up the point, Sakaichi!
He's pissed! I should say that he's pissed by the waiting game. Oh, you're just waiting at the bomb side. Okay, I'll go in. When you least expect it, take some backpack to your face.
Yeah, man. I mean, even a good opener by Swish can't do Aim Ilo anything right now. I mean, NU Anarchy, are they even trying? I don't think they are. Aim Ilo is making it so easy for NU Anarchy right now. I mean, we've got stats and we've got, people who have already been here in that journey halfway through, right? You see the combination of players on towards your right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and you see the combination of players on the left-hand side. Aim Ilo. I mean, this is the start of their journey. Hopefully, the start of the journey can go on slightly better than this as we move forward in the competition.
Well, looking at that, but still, it's the 4v3 or 4v2 situation. Make it 3v2. Aim Iloilo, they really need to take this advantage. Bomb is on the ground yet again. This time they really need to do better because Bayman, the backpack guy, is no longer in there. Owen is down as well, and it's all down to Smoke. Dean is trying to make a rush. He's trying to make a push. Oh, I think he nearly saw where Smoke is. But remember, Smoke. Oh, whoa.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. Come on, man. Well, look at the bomb on the ground right now. NU Anarchy going to have to go in for the push. It's going to be Smoke coming in. Man of War gameplay! Goes in for the shot. Oh, so lucky. Backs away. Oh, gets the one shot. Doesn't get that lucky. And Aim Iloilo takes back 1 point in there. NU Anarchy, come on, man. If they play around like that, they're going to drop a couple of more points. They need to step it back up. But well played by Aim Iloilo.
They have the bomb.
Yeah, finally we can see that one that they could actually muster over here because they got the early kills and they have defended the bomb very well. And if it's only one thing that NUA did a little bit wrongly, is just to drop the bomb. It's like the bomb holder getting down at the most awkward of positions. That makes it easier a little bit for Aim Iloilo to defend. But look at AC!
I mean, he was patient, Sakaichi. We saw him go in there with shot number one. He aimed, and what a flick shot there was on that second attempt. Ace-Key, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Definitely a name to remember. And right now, NU Anarchy left with just two players. Ace-Key as well as Owen. A 4-on-2 situation. Swish makes that just a 4-on-1. What is Ace-Key going to be able to do here? Can he get an ace? Can he pull off a clutch in here? Arctic 50 in hand, Sakaichi. Take it away, man.
Oh, 1v4, and look at how Aim Iloilo actually just positioned themselves. They're not making the silly rushes, and they're just waiting for him to actually show himself. Like, show yourself, you big sniper! What can you do against them? Oh, Atlas spotted him! Oh, just gets taken down just like that! That's a huge quick flick!
Oh, and now here's Aim Iloilo. They might make a mistake in here, coming in for the rush. Ace-Key sees him. Oh, Fennec gameplay. Well played by Swish. I mean, they were so lucky the numbers were on their side. Aim Iloilo. I mean, you see how NU Anarchy moves. And, Ace-Key could have just aced them out there, Sakaichi. Very well defended by Aim Iloilo. But that's in a situation where it was a 3-on-1, right? I'll be very afraid it was a 2-on-1 there, man.
Yeah, because Ace-Key is more than capable of retaking a 2v1 clutching that one. But now, it's going to be 5 rounds of attacking for Aim Iloilo, but they just lost bodies left, right, and center. Scurry's down, Rise down, Atlas, boom, by Owen, of all people. And looking at the backpack coming out from Bayman as well, as he sees Swish. He wants to take the Switch out at Swish with a backpack. Can he get it? Can he get it, though?
Even well played, but come on, man. What a play, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There you go. Aim Iloilo trying so hard to come back in here. But I think NU Anarchy is not even playing seriously right now, Sakaichi. You can see them just toying around. If they bring down the thunder, Aim Iloilo better watch out, man. But this is an opportunity for Aim Iloilo to catch NU Anarchy off guard as well, don't you think?
Yes, but first things first, they need to get the entry kills first, because from what I've seen, they only get their advantage if they actually win the early rounds, or should I say the early kills. If they can't get the early kills, then that will be huge for them. But this time, they are on the attacking side, they won't have that advantage. They will really have to actually go for the bomb side. Smoke is down, Swish! It's down as well, Bayman with a... What a shot over there!
Well, with that shot, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that leaves us with a 4-on-3 situation. Vince in here, Fennec gameplay, waiting to see exactly who wants to come into his territory. It is going to be Aim Iloilo on the attacking side. Dean, the bomb holder, Arctic 50 in hand. Owen in trouble! Beautiful spot by Dean. Oh, Dean has got one more opportunity from the sniper house, doing what sniper snipers do best, sniping all of their enemies out of the game, and it's a 2-on-2 situation. 2 snipers for NU Anarchy. Aim Elo has got Dean on the snipes. Wins in here, coming in for the close quarters combat. Wins coming in. Wins coming in. What? Win comes in there for a push, but I don't know what is he going to be able to do, Sakaichi. Can he get the backstab get done?
But look at Aski though. He knew that somebody is going to go at Bravo, and if the planting is gonna happen, Aski will be the first one to go. Oh, he gets it, but gets taken down by Vince. 1v2, and Bayman will really have to do it all by himself.
Well played in there by Aim Elo, right? You saw the Fennec player going in there for the backstab. Backstab works out. Bayman right now! Aim Elo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Can they work their way up? And I don't know, Sakaichi. I feel like this is it. Aim Elo might make it back in here.
Well, if they can repeat what happened just now, they could be a huge one. But Squid is the first casualty in this one. Vince as well. Bayman with a backpack a little bit. But that is just to add more speed to his running on the stairs, as he is going to scope in a little bit. Aski as well as Bayman, both 2 snipers. They are very, very hard to handle.
Well, Bayman jumps off the high rise, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, trying to see. He spots a player out there at the sky down. NU Anarchy finishes it off before you can even spot the gameplay. What's going on, Sakaichi? One more round, man.
I believe that they are already pissed off. It's not that they're pissed off. They just decided to say, okay, let us show what did we do when we beat PDR Esports last week. And this is just what happens when NU Anarchy decided to become more and more serious.
Well, the seriousness, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, will show. Owen goes in. Kai taken out mid-run. Owen on the prowl for more. Venom in action. Skirt goes in there as well. Atlas gets taken out of the equation. It's a 4-on-3, Sakaichi. NU Anarchy looks good. Dean doesn't get that shot off this time. Bayman goes in instead. Gets swished out of the game. And it looks like Dean and Vince, 2 players in here. Bayman! Win snuffed out as well. Bayman going in. Final bad gameplay. Is Dean gonna get eliminated? Dean on the standby so far. Bayman comes in with the approach. It's gonna be the bad in here. And here comes Dean. But Skirt goes in there first. NU Anarchy getting it done with style, Sakaichi.
What if, right? What if that last kill was a melee kill by Bayman again? Because he's trying. He's trying to outsmart, going from behind and backstabbing with a bat. Oh my god.
Well played, right? I mean, legendary snipes. I mean, he drops right on the drop as well. I mean, you guys should find out what phone or something he's using, right? Because the frames per second on that phone must be that good. He spots the player running across the map, Sakaichi, whilst dropping off the building. And he goes in for that shot and he hits it on that first try as well, man. So the melee, the final kill, he deserved that final kill. But I guess Kurt got a little excited there.
Well, maybe just to cap it off, just wanting to show Aim Elo that this is us when we are serious. But yeah, like you said, Bayman deserved the last kill over there. But
yeah,
anyways, it's 2-0 for NU Anarchy, and they are now 7-1, and they could be the league leaders if they win the last one.
Based on the way Aim Elo is currently playing, I feel like NU Anarchy is just toying with their food. It's just one more match for NU Anarchy, and they're gonna go in here and they're gonna shut it down, man. And this time, it's Aim Elo's pick again. But like what we saw in game number 1, right? It doesn't matter if you go in there for a game, for the map pick. But if you cannot overcome the game tactics that your, opponents bring into the game, then I guess there's just nothing much that you can do about it. And Aim Elo doesn't need to feel bad about it, because NU Anarchy is just a better squad today, man.
Yeah, and although they actually got like 1 or 2 instances in which they were outnumbering NU Anarchy, but that was like the early game kind of thing where the bomb is dropped, so NU Anarchy really needs to do something, and when they realize it's just like 1 or 2 players left. And usually that one player left is a sniper. So he had to do it with less time. So that is how Aim Iloilo actually got their points. But he could take them to something for the domination game at firing range. But this is NU Anarchy's pick. And I'm scared, to be honest.
Yeah, so Barracks Hut, middle lane, as well as command center in the list here for the points that they need to go in and capture. And we know Alpha as well as Charlie, they're both very, very close to each other's spawns. But this is the kind of map that triple caps become available, right? Because those points aren't too far from each other. For example, if you're already in there covering Bravo and you know those players are at Charlie, for example, you're going in there for a spawn trap. At the same time, you've already got Barracks Hut under control. It's going to be a super, super easy game. And vice versa, right? You do the exact same thing to Barracks Hut. So that's exactly how NU Anarchy is going to go in here and play the game, Sakaichi. If Aim Iloilo cannot overcome that basic strategy, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, because this is a very, very small map in here, which is firing range. So they really need to get the map control back together. They cannot let NU Anarchy at least get Bravo so early in this game. It looks like that could happen when AC tries to come in, but he gets knocked up by Kai with a two-piece of his own. But NU Anarchy, they are trying their best to get that Bravo spot. And look at how far away the rotation is by Aim Iloilo. But not only did they not get Charlie, they lost Alpha as well. So that might not be a good strategy coming in from Aim Iloilo direction.
Oh, this is NU Anarchy slaying on the gun skills as well as the commanding gameplay, right? They're going to go in for a triple cap so early, Sakaichi, and Aim Iloilo is just no match for them at all, man. They went in there for the split push. Charlie was already under the command. They went in there for the Barracks Hut gameplay. Look at this, the 1-on-2 situation on Barracks Hut right now. We should be able to see Aim Iloilo come in here and take back Barracks Hut. Are they going to be able to do it? Yes, they will be able to. A brilliant defense coming in here from Aim Iloilo, but that is not going to be good enough because NU Anarchy, not only are they able to take 2 spots early, they're able to even triple cap early so confidently, Sakaichi. Holding on to 2 locations is not going to be a problem for NU Anarchy at all. The main challenge is how long can they hold triple caps. That's what NU Anarchy is even going for, man.
Yeah, maybe they want to like break even more records in this tournament. I don't know because they have been absolutely dominant. But looking at how the rotation is done by Aim Iloilo, it seems that they have actually learned something that they want. But they just don't go at Bravo. Okay, maybe now unattended, they're trying to go for that Bravo push, but it's gonna be just a matter of time before that gets knocked out as well. But Bravo nearly been taken, but that did not be completed as well. Not only that, they lost Alpha.
You know how bad this is, Sakaichi? I mean, how NU Anarchy went in there for the spots and managed the full-on lockdown was a combination, once again, by pure brilliance on their side and absolute lack of awareness by Aim Iloilo. Do you know that they reset the spawn for NU Anarchy and NU Anarchy had to spawn from the warehouse number 4, which made it so easy for them to go into Barracks Hut, and at that very point, they abandoned Barracks Hut for Bravo. If only they had just waited at Barracks Hut, they could have just held it on, right? They went in for Bravo. Not only did they not succeed at Bravo, they lost Barracks Hut as well.
That's the thing. It's just the basic things that they are lacking right now. They take a very effective approach. Not only did you fail, but you did lose your old point as well. So they cannot do it again NU Anarchy. But looking at that, every battle in the mid start of the map has been won by NU Anarchy. And what Aim Iloilo needs to do now is to at least clear a little bit at clearing area. And they tried to do it, but just can't lot rage just like that. And they're going to lose Johnny as well if they are not careful. That is well played to actually defend Charlie. But is it just a matter of time though?
Sakaichi, Elo is trying their best to stop them from holding Charlie, stop them from getting Charlie, okay? And look at what, NU Anarchy is doing. NU Anarchy is not even trying to get clear an area, okay? They're just running around, slaying as they go. And hey, if I happen to pass by clear area, I'll try to go and pick up some points, man. And there you go, attempting the, full-on lockdown again. And they'll get it. They'll get it, Sakaichi. Elo is no match for NU Anarchy. And there you go, man. Like I told you, right? We've leveled up as shoutcasters, and there's sometimes where you can just call the game before it even starts. Here is the game, and it's not even the start. It's already 3/4 past, and I'm telling you, Elo, there's nothing they can do to overcome NU Anarchy.
And now finally they are going at the team, going at Alpha, but one by one has been taken out by Wonder War Machine. And then, well, Esteban Goliath coming in as well. And then just like that though, that is pure gun skill, I should say, from just killing everyone from Elo was at Alpha, and then retaining that. That was very, very quick for them. And Elo cannot do anything in there.
You can't do it as a one-man show, Sakaichi. Look at NU Anarchy right now. VTOL out. How will Elo take this out? Come on, this is basics, right? Take the VTOL out. Look at the annihilation brought upon by the VTOL. Sakaichi, come on, man. I don't even know if I'm speechless, but Elo. Their aim was Elo. Their strategy was Elo. And their game went Elo. It was NU Anarchy from the start till the end. It was a very well-deserved, beautiful donut served up, man.
For the first time, we've got a donut here today in the Philippines Championship Day number 3. Congratulations.
Aim Elo. The journey has just started. I am aware for them, right? But their journey is going to be a very, very tough one if they don't start making some fundamental changes within their squad itself, right, Sakaichi? And we could see that at one point within the game itself, regardless of, there was no spawn traps, yeah? NU Anarchy didn't even bother placing a spawn trap. But it was aim Elo. At one point, we saw like 4 or 5 players just all over the map. They weren't really focusing anywhere. I understand if NU Anarchy sends out one player to take down the site solo. I cannot understand aim Elo sending in a player solo to take over the area, man.
But here's the thing, right? Countless times as well in that domination round, and even before this one, because I kind of rewatched it back. All right, there's this one point in which a score streak has come in, which is like sometimes Predator Missile has come in, okay? What they did is they looked to see if the missile has actually kind of finished. They did not go to the other side of the map because there are 3. Why bother going for just one? If that one has been covered by a score streak and it's gonna be a huge trap if you go in there, surely you'll die. Just go to the other. That's one basic as well that I've been seeing throughout the competition.
I don't know, right, Sakaichi, because I expected more out of aim Elo, man. The only good thing about them right now is their name. Sakaichi, the highlights are ready. Walk us through, buddy. Walk us through, man. Show us again how did they get crushed in here? NU Anarchy with the slaying methods today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Super solid.
Well, first off, I was thinking that AJ is going to sing, but apparently that didn't happen. So let's see, what did NU Anarchy do to have a crushing victory over aim Elo. So like I said, the only points, 10 points of it came from hardpoint number 1, in which aim Elo came in first. Remember, they came in first in there, and then it was all NU Anarchy. And here, not only did NU Anarchy make the lockdown even like 10 seconds before the, some seconds before the hardpoint respawn, but they also spawn trap using all the score streaks. Like even before the 4th hardpoint, they did not even bother to touch it because there's a trap coming in there. There's a missile dropping in their route. So I should say that they have been outclassed, outmaneuvered, And we might think that a little bit of light might be coming from Aim Elo, especially with some of the good plays, some of the better plays, especially with the gunfights early on in the Search and Destroy. But that did not happen, isn't it? Because NU Anarchy, they just outmaneuver them yet again right at the last, especially when Aim Elo goes on the attack, because they cannot trap the bomb on the ground because they have the bomb, That is the real reason for this one. And then the bat as well, AJ. Bat,
I mean, yeah, man, Bayman was just going in there, double bats back to back. And they say, right, when you pull out the melees on your enemies in a tournament, it's either you give up or you are just telling them, hey, you know what, at least fight me, bro. At least shoot me whilst I run around with a melee weapon in my hand, bro. Right? It's a total flex move. It's a total power play. And I believe NU Anarchy totally deserved that power play as well, because you can't emote in the tournament. The least that you can do is melee your enemy. So that's kind of taunting them, but with respect as well.
And then, when we are looking at the domination game, AJ, it looked as if NUA is waiting for that sloppy little rotation, just take them all out and then making a triple cap so early in the game. I remember when Aim Elo was like at what? Like 7 points, 10 points, 11 points when when the first triple cap happened. And that came actually because of Aim Elo's sloppy positioning and sloppy rotation. And they just making that one and only 1 point push. And that did not happen because NU Anarchy will just oust them out. And then this VTOL as well. Nobody is actually trying to get the VTOL out of the game.
Because they couldn't, Sakaichi. I mean, and I think that's something that we already have to accept. As of right now, Aim Elo is not ready to face off against a squad like NU Anarchy. I mean, be it in game knowledge, be it in, the gun skills, be it anywhere. I mean, their skills were just worlds apart, right? Their gameplays were worlds apart. And if we continue to see, Aim Elo take on the likes of NU Anarchy in this tournament, we can, rest be assured where they will end up at the end, right? But at the same time, it is good that they are finding out their own weaknesses so early in the tournament, because there is still time. Speaking of time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do give Sakaichi and the Moustache Show just 3 quick short minutes. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's HXS from VVV Esports, and today I will be reviewing my best gun and its attachment and also some tips and tricks I use. My best gun is the Arctic 50 Sniper Rifle, and the attachments are Assassin Short, Auto Wizard Skeleton Stock, FMJ, MIP Stopping Power, and Staple Grip. Tips and tricks. Map awareness. You always have to be aware where your teammates and enemies are at all times. This is why I always look at my map. Having this knowledge lets me use my sniper rifle as a AR or SMG. It makes me an all-around player, even with a sniper. Power positions. I train myself to know the power position in each map. Having control of this gives me an advantage against my enemies, and I can lock down a lane by my own. I make my sniper rifle a lane holder just like I champion. Thank you guys for watching, and please support BVV Esports from upcoming 2021 COD Mobile Philippine Championships. See ya!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Philippines Championship. This is the Mustachio with the one and only Sakaiji right here beside me. We'll be walking you through the action. We've got just one final series in here, Sakaiji. What are your expectations, man?
Well, because just now we've seen 5-1 against 0-6, and it kinda didn't go well for the 0-6 side, but this time it is going to be yet another 0-6 against 5-1. XDG Dynasty going up against RTL Legacy, and I believe XDG Dynasty, this is a team that can actually show to us something more. They have been defeated by the favorites of this competition, the invited teams, and this could be the place for them to actually show and strut their real stuff against RTL Legacy.
Yeah, so because NRX Unknown had to come in here, they needed to step up, and we saw that they have stepped up so much from, the opening 2 days. And of course, Amy Elo came in here. They didn't really do that well. And of course, finally, we've got XDG. Maybe this will be a comeback gameplay from them. Maybe RTL Legacy will, just smush them. We don't know. Let's take a quick look. These are the bans and picks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's see exactly who won that coin toss, and we'll be able to decide how the day goes.
So XDG Dynasty actually won this one, and it's going to be their pick for the first map itself. So for the first one, Hardpoint, the bans are going to be as follows. It is going to be Summit as well as Standoff ban from the first game, and XDG Dynasty told to RTL Legacy as well. To all of us here watching, let's go to firing range. But they have lost 3 times in 3 firing range matches here.
So I don't know how that is going to be, but the saving grace is Hardpoint at firing range is very straightforward, right, Sakaichi? Because it's bread and butter. It's the practice. It's a practice map when you first download Call of Duty Mobile, right? So everybody knows firing range. So hopefully that is what XDG Dynasty is banking on. But if everybody knows it, obviously RTL knows it as well. So I don't know how that's going to play out for them. Search and Destroy, on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this will be map number 2. Crossfire and Meltdown gets banned. RTL Legacy, just to prove a point, is going to be dragging XDG into firing range as well. They're just saying, chumps, if you think, you picking firing range is going to help you anyway, let us help you and pick firing range for you as well. Maybe that will be a good handicap. RTL Legacy in here with the flex today, Sakaichi.
Well, let's hope that all these 3 games are not at firing range, okay, AJ? Because if that is going to happen, then we are going to have a fiesta of the scout towers, of the barracks, everything about firing range. We are going to become like a living encyclopedia over here. But game number 3, though, is going to be XDG Dynasty's pick. Summit and Meltdown are banned. So the dynasties who want to actually make a dynasty out of themselves in this competition, they have just made Sekaiichi right. All 3 games will be at firing range.
So I already feel bad And I already have a very, very bad feeling that things are not going to go XDG's way. And I kind of know how they are playing this based on their hard point as well as domination picks, right? Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, firing range is a super, super duper straightforward map, Sekaiichi. And they are banking on that right now to bring them their victory. If it does not work out in game number 1, we might just be saying a hello to yet another yellow donut.
Why is it yellow?
I don't know. It rhymes with hello.
Okay. You got it. Fine. It could be the color of the M here. Right?
You had to ask,
whatever.
bro. You had to ask.
Oh my goodness me. But it's going to be firing range galore here, ladies and gentlemen, to just close day 3 of 3 firing ranges at day 3. Series number 4, here we go. XDG Dynasty up against RTL Legacy.
Well, the mid smoked off, very, very good opening coming in from XDG. But, you know, the gun skills, the fights on the other hand didn't really show that. But let's see if or not they can make a comeback in here, man. 1 kill so far from the side of XDG. Make that 2. On the other hand, they've been slain a few times already. I dare say each and every single one of them have died at least 1 time. Are we going to be able to see XDG come in here on their own map pick and do anything against RTL, Sekaiichi? Walk us through, man.
Well, RTL, they have won here before up against Game Ilo at firing range, so they know some bits and pieces on how to actually thrash an opposition in this very match as well. And they are banking on it so well that SDG only down to just 1 and 1 point only. And looking at that, 1 player is already into the second hard point. The audacity to just leave 4 of your teammates to actually fight for 1 hard point while you yourself wait there all alone. 38-1. Very, very good start for RTL Legacy.
Absolutely solid, right? Just allowing XDG to pick up 1 point and then kicking them out, never to allow them to step into that hard point again, is definitely going to be pissing XDG off. But like I said, right, Sekaiichi, the gap, the differences in the prowess, the game prowess from these 2 squads, very big. And I feel like SDG really needs to do something different to make the comeback in here. 61-1. You want a record, Sekaiichi? I'll give you a record, man. Here's a record for you.
Do not give me that! Okay. Do not give me this one though, ladies and gentlemen, please. Zero comes in, he tries to make the retake back, but he goes solo with it with 2 or 3 players of RTL Legacy. That is a fight in which you as a pro player, surely you will lose as well going up against 2 very, very good players of RTL Legacy. You are not going to win it. When RTL, they have like what? 53 points in total in this one. 91 and 1. SDG dropped to just 1. And look at RTL, they're already controlling hard point number 3.
They don't even need to control because XDG seems like they will kind of do them a favor, man. Look at Kevs comes back in here as he takes on the White Warehouse and bam, thank you, Sam. It is the KRM2 that face gameplay. RTL already passed the 100-point mark. XDG hasn't even passed 5 points in here, Sekaiichi.
Oh my goodness me. Yes, DOE try his best to actually go inside, and then Kev with a 1v1 battle. It looks so straightforward. Just crouch kick and then go up and then say goodbye, DOE. Just like that. RTL Legacy, they're looking to set up a new record before actually XDG finally gets to the point. But little did they know, RTL has already been into the 4th hard point already.
Oh, record broken. 14 points. XDG picking up the 15th one as well. RTL, can we come in here and, perhaps close it off in the next hard point? I'm pretty sure they will, Sekaiichi. It's a quick and easy match, and RTL's gonna bring it to a close right now.
Yes, indeed, because look at how XDG actually moving. They are so far away from that 4th hard point with just 1 player of RTL being in hardpoint number 4. The audacity of them to actually leave that. But is say it is all because all the fight has been done so far away from the hard point. So kudos to RTL Legacy. But okay, record's not broken though.
Yeah, so like I said, right, Sakaichi, game number 1 will kind of tell us how the rest of the series is gonna go. And yeah, Yellow Donut confirmed.
Well, it's all commentators' curse, right? Between you and me. I think Call of Duty Mobile actually hurt us. No, I hope not. I hope not, because I would love XDG Dynasty to actually make a little bit of fight, but firing range might not be theirs at all, you know?
I don't think it's a problem with the map though, because they went in there for the most basic of maps that you can pick. It's just the difference in terms of quality between the two squads, Sakaichi. XDG Dynasty, I mean, okay, wait, first of all, the scoreboard shows it. Second of all, the scoreboard is a liar. The scoreboard is a big fat liar because RTL Legacy, think about it, Sakaichi. If they wanted, they could have kept it at that one point, right? They weren't even trying at one point. They just allowed one player to go in there and play objectives, whilst the other guys were just running around. I mean, come on, right? The game number 2 is going to probably be exactly similar.
Could be, but this is search and destroy, so it all comes down to who gets the who gets the 5 rounds of attack first. Because then can we see, will it be a total domination right from the start, or will it just be something of icing on top of the cake kind of thing? You know, because
Yellow Donut.
AJ just summed it up in just 2 words. I have a love-hate relationship with this guy, but he just sums it up in the easiest way possible.
Yellow Donut, man. There's no way they're gonna lose this right now. Here comes Van Loo. They're making a beeline for the Bravo spot here. Warehouse number 4 is in their eye. Susano in here on the backdrop, waiting to see if or not they can backstab. Cavs trophy system destroyed, and right now we are sure that RTL knows exactly where XDG is. XDG has got the same intel as well. RTL has managed to clear out warehouse number 4, and here we go. That plant might come in, and the plant comes in right on cue, Sakaichi, downing that clock to 45 seconds. Here we go.
Yeah, 3v3 Kitsune Sirius and DOE going up against Van Loo, Susano as well as Wacky, all in which just one player actually has a kill between all 6 of them. So this is going to be a little bit of fun as who gets it first. Joey tries to come in, Wacky with a little bit of scope, trying to see who is coming in. Joey with a good kill, Kitsune is down as well. And it's just one, it's just DOE, but gets down by Susano for a 1-0 scoreline.
Oh, I mean, we kind of expected that. Maybe you didn't, but I 100% did. XDG needs to step it up. They are not finding any ways at all to come in here. I guess they are trying, but RTL, man, is just 2 steps ahead at all times. Even if they... Oh! What? 0 in there! Wacky is gonna see him taken down already! Van Loo goes a little bit crazy! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what was that?
Okay, Zero just answered your question, AJ. You asked them to step up. They actually stepped up with 1 bullet that kills 2. But that won't be enough though. Oh, nice by Duowi and Kitsune as well. 1-1 scoreline. They actually tried to step up just like what AJ asked them to.
Yeah, man, talk about stepping it up, right, Sakaichi. Taking 1 bullet, taking down 2 superheroes behind it. Of all players, RTL. That is a good one in there. But how can Zero keep it upright? Kitsune in here with those shots, manages to expose himself. 3 players right there in front of him. Beautiful wall bang. Van Loo taken down as well. Kitsune aiming for another one. Wacky right there in front of him. And it is Wacky that takes Kitsune out of the equation. CF goes in, gets a takedown for himself as well, leaving it into a 3-on-3 situation. And it's gonna be Wacky in with those shots. He will miss Sakaichi, and it looks like it's all equal. XDG might actually have a chance.
Yeah, especially with the bomb on the ground just outside of the A side. So RTL Legacy, they have to retrieve it back. But before they actually go for it, they have to get 1 kill. Susano goes for a pop, but he missed dearly. And the timer will go down to 1, but what a hit by Wacky! Dewey didn't see what hit him, and it's 2v3. That could be the opening for somebody from RTL to actually retrieve the ball. Wacky again! No!
Oh, Wacky with one more. Oh, he misses that flick. Goes in for another shot. Oh, here comes the approach by Sirius. And Wacky will fennec it out. What clutch coming in here by Wacky. RTL Sakaichi. Even when XDG steps it up, they say, hey, calm down. We've still got more in the tank.
Defend the objective.
Yeah, and Wacky, the MVP, I believe he got 3 or maybe all 4 in there. But wow, what a play when Kitsune actually, he got there first and he scoped one very, very good. He got Bandu out of the game. 4v4, make it a 3v3 situation over here.
Well, the 3v3 might just play into the benefit of XDG, right? We saw earlier how that played out. Hopefully, they will be able to get one hit in first before RTL does. That might be able to give them a plus. Wacky, the player who has been popping off since the start of this game, 4 takedowns so far, he is looking to go in here for the plant, and it's a bravo approach above all else. Lawrence in here, completely oblivious to what's going on behind him, and it looks like XDG will now to come in to play the comeback. I don't know how is XDG going to do this, man.
Well, somebody is gonna make the play. Maybe go for the flank. Maybe take somebody out just outside of the warehouse number 4. And Lawrence is trying to go for that hot shot. Sirius as well, but he gets caught. Self as the Suno. Self with the 2 as well, making it 3-2-1. They tried to make the initiation, but maybe those random shots have just made their presence known to RTL, and they know where to take them out from.
Yeah, man, because that was all won by positioning, right? You could see RTL, they barely moved to get those shots off at the end. And what a way did that positioning pay off for them, right? XDG coming in here, still trying to attempt to wrestle this away from RTL. They have managed to do it one time, making RTL drop 1 point in the attacking side. Here comes Van Lu right now, getting taken down by Kitsune. Couldn't get past the second player. It's a 4-on-4 situation. Kev's in here waiting for Diowi to come in for a peek, and it looks like a fennec peek, and Diowi makes a mistake. Kevs snuffs him out for that one. Make that a 4-on-2 as Kitsune gets taken down by Wacky. CF drops off as well, and Kevs will finish it off, making it a 4-1 situation. We switch sides, and what can XDG do on the attack now, Sakaichi?
Well, they will really have to go, maybe perhaps for a quick plan at Alpha. Could be if they want to play quickly, but if they don't, then they better take 1 or 2 plays out of RTL's numbers, because RTL 1 is more than enough, but you need to take them out 1 by 1, because 5v5, I think, is not gonna go for the side of XDG. They will really need the numbers game, but Sirius is out of the game already. Thanks to Wacky whacking every single people out of the map here.
Well, is that gonna be enough though? Wacky still in here with the scope. XDG has got the plan. Alpha it is. CF coming in here for a close peek. Man of War. Is anyone going to come in here for the rush and take themselves out? Smoke has been popped off already. Lawrence! Oh, CF in there with that round around that white warehouse. Doesn't manage to get the takedown. Diowi in here for the backstab right now. Van Lu in there with the defense. 2-piece for himself. And it looks like it is going to be Diowi all alone. Kevs snuffs him out. And XDG couldn't even get their first attacking round in, making it a 5-1 for RTL right now, just leaving it 1 more round away, Sakaichi, for them to wrap this up.
Well, 1 more defensive round. If that, okay, XDG actually tried to make a quick one, but everyone from RTL, especially CF and Van Lu, they have already readied themselves for the retake. They just waited, and Kitsune for a first one. He takes down Wacky. It could be a pivotal man for RTL. That's going to be good. CF gets traded, 3v3 situation, but the bomb is still up. It's still with Sirius. Lawrence with a kill as well. 3v2. This could be the opening for XDG in this one.
Finish it.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Susano taken down already, leaving Kevs just in here. Kevs pistol, Fennec in here. How is he going to be able to take this? Bomb being planted as well. Kevs, thermite gameplay goes in for a pop. Lawrence in here, still trying to take him down. And he will approach his enemy ever so closer. Beautiful takedown by Kevs. And 2 more to go. How much can that Fennec do? Swaps it over. Man of War says, hell to the no, no, no. My Fennec is more than good enough. Goes in here for a flank. 26 seconds on the clock. He needs to get this done within the next 20. No, make that 15 seconds, Sakaichi. A 2-on-1 situation. 10 seconds for the takedown. Kev goes in. Shots. Oh, misses. Gets the kill. Oh, too close.
Get ready for the next round.
Just unlucky over there because he tried to go for the preemptive strike, tried to ambush the 2 from the flank itself when XDG players actually did not see it coming. But he just missed the shot there, so that is why he couldn't make the retake. 5-2, but it's still 3 match points for RTL Legacy.
Yeah, great control coming in from him, but you know, unfortunate, man. The rounds on the Fennec way too low to go, you know, spray and pray, if you know what I mean. Sakaichi Wacky, great toss on the thermite. Oh, and beautiful takedown as well. Wonderfully played. The bomb has not been planted. What a beautiful prevention by Wacky, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is absolute class, Sakaichi.
Yeah, absolute class from Wacky. Maybe just now they didn't win because this guy has been outclassed first. This guy has been killed first, but the bomb is still down at Alpha. So Wacky really needs to do something right here. Tries to go for a scope. Nearly gets killed. Vandu with a 2-piece of his own. Here's the rusher of the team. And just lanes to CF on DOE as well. It's just one, and Vandu just go for it with everyone else trying to outclass Zero. But Zero is still there and finally gets taken down. 6-2. RTL takes game 2.
And look at who is the one with the defusal as well. Wacky with the wacky gameplays coming in here for RTL Legacy. And what a way, Sakaichi. What a way, right, to win that search and destroy. He truly deserves that defusal. I mean, it wasn't given to him by his friends. He took it, man. That's how commanding this player is. And that's 2. Yellow Donut confirmed, Sakaichi.
AJ. He really wants a yellow donut, isn't it? Because especially when some of us might be a little bit hungry. Maybe AJ is hungry. Maybe he want to order something.
Here's the thing, right? I don't want it, but I'm just calling it as it is. And if RTL continues to play like that, and obviously, XDG is definitely going to continue playing like that. RTL, there's no reason for them to change the way they play. It's just what it is, Sakaichi. 3-0. That's what the audience wants, and that's what RTL will be delivering. And of course, the stage is wide open for XDG to stop them.
And again, in firing range, like I said, right, the first game, if it happens like what it happened in that hardpoint game, I am so scared. And looking at what actually happened in the second game as well, now I'm super scared.
I told you, Sakaichi. Match number 1 is going to tell us who knows this map better, right? RTL kind of smashed XDG away on that. And this is going to come gameplay, and, you know, what decides is the strategy of the game. And knowing the map is one thing. Being able to shoot your enemies is another thing. Being able to fluidly match your enemy's gameplay and then counter it, that's what RTL has been able to do when they have been taking on XDG from the start here. And it's what they're going to continue to do. Look at them so bravely go in for 2 spots all at the same time, Sakaichi. They haven't managed to get them done, but that's enough, right, for a starter.
Yeah, good enough for a starter indeed, because one player is at Charlie and then everyone just rushed at Bravo. And look at that, spamming from CF, although he gets taken down right at the end. But it shows that RTL wants it more and they back their ability as well. And look at that, that one distraction could actually remove a huge opening. One player becomes a distraction, and then RTL just straight away goes for Bravo. Although XDG tried to defend that from happening, tried to prevent that, but it's just the inevitable for RTL Legacy to take Bravo so early.
Well said, Sakaichi. It was the inevitable. It got taken away. XDG just couldn't do anything about it. The only question was how long could they hold out? And kudos to XDG because they held out pretty well. But RTL snatching what truly belongs to them. And right now, it is a question of how long will it take for RTL to go in here for the triple cap. And we don't see a push coming in from the players so far. And it is because the spawn is still favoring for a good hold for XDG to have on the Barracks Hut place. And this might be the turning point. Oh, no. Squandered by RTL as they back away from that Barracks Hut, Sakaichi.
Yeah, and for good reason as well. Looking at the spawn, they're still spawning so close to Alpha as well. Now finally it is the time, it is the space, and it is the opening. Given that they actually defend Charlie as well, because somebody is going there as well. I believe Zero is coming in for that Charlie takeover, but just gets defended, just gets intercepted, and finally RTL gets that triple cap, and they did it so calculatively, AJ.
Oh, absolutely, man. You could see the strategy coming out. They went in there for the distraction gameplay. They knew exactly when to push for the Barracks Hut. And when they went in there for the Barracks Hut, it was quite well played by XDG, but it only was because XDG was being, kind of assisted with the spawn point, right? But even the spawn point wasn't able to help XDG enough because RTL, man, with their gun skills, they just went in there. And what a crazy defense. And on top of that, they managed to go in there and defend clearing area as well.
Yeah, and looking at that as well, I believe, yes, it might be helped a little bit by how XDG is actually spawning themselves, but it's just that they cannot go further than just touching Alpha, touching Charlie a bit before getting outlasted by RTL Legacy, who were actually just waiting for them to come in.
Well, just maybe their coach didn't tell them, Sakaichi, that just touching is not enough. The long-lasting feeling is what's important. And it just looks like RTL can deliver, right? It is 77 to 29 so far. Cats go here like Spider-Freaking-Man and then go in to capture Bravo as well. Oh no, it looks like he's not done just yet. He wants to go in for the full wipe, and that's exactly what he does. He wants to go visit Barracks Hut as well. That's exactly what he will do because he is the... no, he finally gets snuffed out.
Yeah, and especially when XDG actually did learn from what happened yesterday and what happened in the previous series, they just went on and defended Alpha first before going anywhere, but that gives the opportunity for RTL to actually take Bravo and Charlie and then wait for their next move. When they want to go for their next move, which is Alpha, what can they do? It's so hard for actually them to defend anything that RTL is trying to do. And it's the inevitable again, they are trying that.
98 to 43 so far. No matter what XDG tries to write you, I believe like the comeback is just way out of their hands. That yellow donut confirmed. But whether or not XDG manages to save some face for themselves before getting defeated, that stands to be seen, right? Because it's not a thrashing just yet. They are fighting their very best. It's not a total walkover win by RTL. But as I'm saying that, look at RTL coming here for a triple cap again.
Yeah, and the quick cap does happen. And the Alpha, okay, Lawrence is trying to come in, but he hesitated because somebody is there as well with that war machine of all things. And Bravo as well as Charlie. Now everything is trying to go like a team, and Charlie, what? Oh, look at that defense as well with that pistol, and they have to go out of there and go to other places.
Yeah, man. I mean, like what I said, right, Sakaichi? The squad that wins is the squad that manages to identify the gameplay of their opponents, fluidly change their own strategies to overtake the situation. And look at RTL right now. They've lost 2 sides. Do you think RTL cares? They don't. Because all RTL needs to do is just focus on middle lane. As long as XDG doesn't take middle lane away from RTL, RTL's all good. But look at RTL go the extra mile and try to pick up Barracks Hut as well.
Well, that won't happen, but what happened is the yellow donut that the Mustachio AJ actually ordered is here.
Sometimes it's not just the players who level up, Sakaichi. It's the ability for us to tell the future as well. And it looks like, sometimes, you hope you are wrong. You hope, the caster's curse or, the caster will not be able to call it as it is. But sometimes it's just what it is. We see it, we call it, and there's just no running away from it because I guess whatever weak links some of these squads have been bringing in or showing us since day one is still prevailing as we come in here today. The only squad that has been able to make any sort of a difference in here in terms of convincing us any differently is NRX Unknown. And kudos to NRX. I think today was NRX MVP day. I think that was the squad that stood out the most for me, Sakaichi.
Yeah, although they lost at the end of the day, but they put 1 point on the board, which means that is a good momentum heading into the other 4 days of matches. But looking at this one, AJ, it's 3-0. Two games were crushing, but map number 3, the points are a little bit, in all honesty, should I say, a little bit of what should I call it?
Predictable.
Okay.
Because it was predictable, Sakaichi. I mean, there's no way for us to go in here and say we didn't see this coming. Not only did we already see it coming before the game started, we were absolutely fair to XDG. We said, let's take a quick look in game number 1. Because game number 1, it was their map pick. Let's see how well they control their own map. And the scoreboard already showed us it told the future already, right? And this was that future, Sakaichi, buddy. Walk us through, man.
Yeah, and we thought in this game that it will be a new record broken for the biggest win, or should I say the biggest gap in a hardpoint match, because it was won. It was won at one point till 100 something points for RTL. And then XDG just came in, they tried to get it, and finally they get 15 points, but that's 10% out of what you need to get for a win. And then in game number 2, it looked as if the XDG is trying their best to give some fight to RTL Legacy. But looking at how quickly RTL can change the tenacity as well as how the game goes for them, that in itself actually changed in their favor. Yes, 5-1 at one point. And then finally that 1 point, but RTL, they were going berserk and then just going at it for a 6-2 victory over there.
Yeah, man. I mean, this was the point where we kind of expected XDG to show us something different, right? Because this was not just full-on tactics. You do get your one-on-one situations as well. It's all about your positioning and waiting for those encounters and taking on those opportunities to take your opponents down. But even in that situation, Sakaichi, XDG just couldn't do it when they came across those players from RTL. And that's, I guess, something that's you can't change in a couple of days because that's skill, right? I mean, strategy, yes, you can come in here and you can tweak it. That's what NRX Unknown is doing right now, tweaking their strategies to keep up. But the gun skills, it's not something that you can, that you can make big impact in with 2 or 3 days of practice, man.
Yeah, of course. And this is what is shown in the domination game, as it's not even like you said just now. It's not even gun skills sometimes at the end of the day. It's just all these rotations that are going right for the side of RTL Legacy. Sometimes a little bit of distraction, but then again, not only the distraction is happening, what happens is that when XDG tries to make up something for it, they just lost out. RTL Legacy looks too good, and they deserve an 8-1 record as of now.
Oh, absolutely, man. They definitely deserve it. Let's take a quick look at the final standings on that note, Sakaichi, and see exactly how have the squads done in here thus far. Because, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the end of day 3. And at the very bottom sits XDG Dynasty. Aim Elo right there above them, but in the same boat as well. Both of them 0 points thus far. NRX Unknown, although a tremendous amount of improvement seen in here today, they will still sit in the 6th position and only 1 point on the board. PDR Esports, Sakaichi, very, very surprising, performance in here today. They will sit down in the 5th spot, 6 points.
Yeah, and then on the top 4, ladies and gentlemen, Triple V with a 6-3 scoreline after a 2-1 win over NRX Unknown. PDR Reborn, although they lost, but they are still in top 3 with a 7-2 record. And then you got the top 2, RTL Legacy as well as NU Anarchy with a near perfect scoreline, near perfect record with 8-1.
Very interesting how the invited teams are not currently dominating the board. And I love that, Sakaichi. It just shows what sort of, quality the new, Philippines nationals have actually brought in here today. And it also shows that, the Call of Duty mobile world, right? The whole ecosystem is growing and better players are being born each and every single day. So if all of you out there, the viewers right now, if you guys are watching and if you guys are seeing and admiring the gameplays coming in here from these pro squads, don't forget that you can be a pro player as well. Put in those hours into your game. And that's exactly how these players have been able to get here, haven't they, Sakaichi?
Yeah, and this is what makes the Filipinos look so good in Call of Duty Mobile. The tenacity as well as the competitiveness in that one. But we are going to see what is in store for us tomorrow in schedule day 4. Triple V Esports going up against PDR Esports. Oh my god, what a way to open that one, right? PDR Reborn up against Aim Elo, NU Anarchy against RTL Legacy. That will be a good one as well, AJ. And then XDG Dynasty going up against NRX Unknown to cap this day number 4 off.
Oh, yeah, man. Okay, so let's see exactly how does PDR Esports do against Triple V Esports, right? The two esports squads taking up against each other. So, yeah, man, super duper exciting day coming up for you guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We can already see how the story is developing, and based on how the story is developing, tomorrow is going to be a crazy, crazy day. Now, we truly do apologize for all of the technical difficulties that you have been going through whilst watching this stream. We will do our utter best to make sure it does not happen tomorrow. So we will definitely see you same place, exact same time, Sakaichi.
Yes, boys. All right.
Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is AJ and I'm the Mustachio with the one and only, Filipinos call him Poo. Mustachio calls him Sakaichi, and a lot of people around Malaysia call him Aiman Roshizam. Signing off, we'll catch y'all tomorrow.